intro. What is this?
Oh,
the FozCast.
It's the FozCast. What's good, live? We are live. Welcome to episode 4 of the FozCast podcast. I've been practicing saying that because, like, the first 2 weeks, it's like such a tongue twister. I messed it up like the first 2 times.
Hold up, I gotta do my entrance.
Yeah,
You gotta do your entrance.
Coming to the stage, Canadian, Canada's biggest heartthrob.
There you go.
You're all
Biggest
Canada's biggest
heartthrob.
heartthrob after Ryan
Right.
Reynolds, of course.
Biggest throbbing.
We have the
Biggest
one and only above me. It's going to be hard to try and figure out which way everyone is here. We have RicoCooster. That direction, that looks right on my screen, so I assume it looks right for everyone else. We've got DuoMTL and BigSteak. And last but not least, that way, we have LialenDea. How are you all doing, guys?
Lialand.
Let it go.
Lialen-
Let it go.
LialenDea.
I don't know. That's how it's pronounced.
She
Looks
is
how
the
it's
land.
pronounced.
Just call me Leah.
Yep. Jazzy said she's
Yep.
only here to, she's only interested in Leah.
It's okay.
How are you all doing, guys? How's your day been?
Chilling. Pretty good.
Chilling.
Good, you
Chilling
know.
like a villain.
Living
Been,
life
villain.
on the edge. Napping.
Living-
Been pretty hellish, TBH.
Nap roulette is always a very dangerous game to play, I think.
Nap roulette?
Yeah, you sleep
Nap
Oh,
and you
okay.
just
I
don't
thought you
set...
said chat roulette, and I was like, that is a dangerous game.
That is a dangerous game.
We don't play that anymore.
No, I think nap
chat
That was
roulette?
Leah's day. Rest of you be quiet.
Yeah, I just read that.
So sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Going
My day
straight into the
was
gritty
pretty
stuff.
rough, actually.
Come this way.
It was like
Good.
an inch of ice like on the roads, and my school didn't even do a 2-hour delay. And when I got to school, we had to park on top of ice and walk through the ice to class. And I was like, I refuse to die in this school. I refuse.
You've only been there a
So-
couple of days.
So far,
I know,
learned,
right?
learned about
Well, they're done.
fractions
So many fractions.
and ice.
Oh, my fucking fractions.
Fractions and ice.
Just yesterday,
That's a hip hop album right there.
Yeah,
Yo,
fractions and
fractions and ice.
just yesterday, I'm like,
Looking real nice.
Leah, in December, people make babies and then they get born in September. And she's like, that doesn't make sense. I'm like,
Starts counting them with her
Listen,
fingers.
don't.
I'm like,
Seriously, you guys, do not,
February,
like right now, in this
March.
moment in time, do not trust me with math. I told Foz the wrong time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm out here like, oh, don't mind me, I've got an hour to get a shower and get ready and shit. Rico's like, it's 8 p.m.
I'm
for
like
us
sitting
now.
here
I'm like,
waiting for everyone to start. And
old
I'm
man
just
Rico,
like,
he's like, the time.
Old
I
man
Literally,
fucking
Rico.
woke up at I fucking woke up at 8 from my nap.
Don't trust
I
my
put the
nap
alarm
right
and
now.
everything.
I mean my
threw my
math.
cat off like a linity.
Oh, Jesus.
oh, God.
No.
So we've
husband.
gone
Yeah. Oh my god.
chat roulette.
Say bye-bye to this FozCast, Fozzie.
Yeah, chat roulette. We've gone to
We're about to get
drunks.
copy striked.
Hey.
Chat
I see the
roulette,
rest of you more than
drunks.
Leah. That's because
And-
Leah's dark.
No, I think she means like we're all live more than Leah is now, so she sees us more. There you go. The finger guns.
Yeah.
The finger guns,
Always.
the kissy faces.
The kissy faces.
That's just my life.
So Fozzie, why don't you tell us about your FozCast and how it's gone for the last 3 weeks?
I feel like they've all gone really well. I think I started off a bit shaky, like the first time to do it. Had some technical issues with it, kind of like threw me off a bit, but I just carried on rolling with it. I feel like I've done an all right job. Like, this is kind of off the cuff. We kind of just decided to
Yeah.
do this. Well, we knew we were going to do it, but we didn't
At
really
some
like.
point.
Yeah. So I tried to like tailor the topics to the guests or like the person I was getting on, like trying to talk.
You're getting
Let's
on.
get it on.
Yeah, getting it
Getting
on.
Get it on.
I can't lie. I feel like, no offense to the Big Easy and Nakigro, like I've known them a long time, but I don't know them as well as Smaller. Obviously, I like talk and play games with Smaller like every day.
Yeah.
I kind of knew him. I felt more like
A
comfortable
little bit
with
easier.
him. Yeah, it's easier to know like what to ask the person.
What questions, yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like Smaller I did the best job with, because I already kind of have like a rapport with him. But for you guys, like, obviously we've done the Secret Santa, we're always in each other's streams and stuff, so there's like, we know, I mean, come on, I sucked a dick in
We've
in
sent
front of
each
you.
other clubs. We're fine.
In Christmas.
If you're not comfortable with me at this point, then there must be something wrong.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh man,
I like
we're
how
gonna
you
have to
placed,
send you like a bouquet of penis lollipops. I think.
A bouquet of dicks.
Yeah, a bouquet, and you have to
So,
eat
like,
all of it
When you
on stream.
when you feel like someone's like slighting you and shit during the street, you just throw one of those dicks at him and then tell him like,
You
dick,
Literally throw a bag of dicks at him. Just throw it at your camera.
suck a bag of dicks.
Yup.
Imagine you get that like
Bag of
Oh,
dicks,
on Valentine's Day. On Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
you get like
Oh, I'm
Okay.
sure we can
Bag
find
of
so
dicks.
many of them.
bouquet of dicks, and then the card opens
Jazzy,
up.
if you guys are
It's
requesting
like-
that.
A bag of dicks and D's nuts.
Suck a bag of dicks.
Oh man.
Yes, please, Jazzy. I am requesting that. Yes, thank
I love how with every like the first 3 people I've had on in the topics box, we had like really detailed things. Here I've just put anything goes, to be honest. I
Anything
just
goes.
knew
That's
knew
it,
things
man.
were gonna get out of hand after the last one at Christmas. I just
Pop
thought-
culture, anything goes this episode, to be honest.
I like the TBH. TBH is good. It makes it. If you didn't have the TBH, like it wouldn't be as funny. I like it actually.
Yeah.
Nothing
Yo,
is off the
let's make
table
some
here.
top 5 lists. Like,
Oh,
and
shit,
then
we
after
should do that.
have our
Top
top 5
fives.
lists battle each other.
It's so hard. So hard. Without prep, top
what-
5.
like,
what do we
Top
wanna go
5
with?
TV dads.
Of anything.
Top
TV
5
dads.
TV dads.
Okay, well, number 1 is always
Dads.
going to be Uncle Phil. I'm
Uncle
sorry.
Phil.
Uncle Phil is number 1.
Number 1,
arguably.
Uncle Phil, rest in peace.
Exactly.
Does it,
Technically,
does
he's
it
not
Uncle
count
TV
if I
dad, he's the
go
TV uncle.
Vegeta and Goku?
Goku. I know. Okay, no. Vegeta's a better dad than Goku.
Number 2 is Master Splinter.
Piccolo.
Master
Piccolo. So
Splinter
it's
from Ninja
Vegeta,
Turtles.
Piccolo,
Master
literally
Splinter.
everybody else, and then Goku.
I know who
But we
mine
have
is.
to we have to gauge
Who's
them
yours, Fozzie?
on dadability. Like,
I mean, I was just going to meme and be like, Walter White, he's the best father ever.
Walter White.
Ooh.
He says he literally did everything for like the future
No,
of his
it's-
kids, right?
He's not wrong. He's
Hey,
not wrong.
he
True, it's
tried.
true, man.
You
Just
tried.
what happened in the process kind of didn't make him dad
Yeah,
of the year.
yeah, the
No.
process kind of got a little, but everything was for his family and his kids.
Yeah.
So
Do you ever see like the
Yeah.
Walter, or sorry, the Breaking
the baking,
Bad?
the baking bad.
the
the Breaking Bad.
the baking bread. You ever see the Breaking Bad?
Breaking
Damn it, the Breaking Bad meme, but it's about them as if Walter White was in Canada, and it's like you have cancer, you have chemo tomorrow, and that's it. It's like
Just cut
the one
Yeah.
episode. So you have
Yeah.
cancer. You're getting your medical stuff
It's a
done
one-
tomorrow.
it's a one
That's
shot.
it.
Yeah, it's just the chemo. Just
The
him
show doesn't
getting
work
chemo
in
literally
Canada.
every episode. Yeah.
That is, I mean, it is crazy though. Like, I don't want to go into politics and stuff. How much Americans pay for healthcare in like
I was
in
just
respect
talking
to
to this about Leah.
yeah, in like
Yeah,
respect
look
to
at her. Look at her. Leah's like trying to stifle it.
in respect to everywhere else in the world. It's fucking crazy.
Dude, it sucks. It sucks.
Don't get ill or you're fucked, basically.
Nope,
get ill.
nope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not good. Not good.
I was
No,
watching
like-
one of my favourite content creators. He's one of the Overwatch League casters, actually. And he was talking about his health insurance. And he went on a skiing trip and he fell down like a really like steep hill. And he
I mean,
thought,
that's what you do when you ski.
Wait, who
thought
was
he'd, like-
it?
You're just
he's called,
falling in
he's
style.
called Bren. But
Wait,
like,
Bren got hit like
this is
He
like
got hit by a
6 months.
mountain.
This is like
Six
6 months ago now. He went down this mountain and like he thought he'd broke his arm and had a concussion. And when he was talking about it on his stream, he was saying that he's not going to go to the hospital because his health insurance is pretty much a one-time thing. He was like, I'm saving it for a rainy day because I'm here on like a work visa for Overwatch League. Okay. He's like, I don't want to like use it and then something more serious happens to me.
If he had a broken arm, they'll give him a cast, which will be good. The concussion they can't really do anything for.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy though, like how much. I mean, I couldn't name an exact price, but I was watching a documentary about like the differences between UK and American living, and the prices are ridiculous.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Leah's like, frozen.
Leah's frozen.
Oh, nice. It's fixed. It's fixed. We're all good.
There it is.
Just lagging a little.
Nope. I think she's frozen again.
She might. She's.
Or she's very pensive. She's thinking.
Yeah. Maybe she's just
deep in thought.
Yeah, exactly. Deep in thought. Let's all try to be deep in thought like Leah.
Trying to be zen.
Are we frozen?
Did we just take a moment of silence?
A moment of silence for Leah.
A moment of silence for Leah.
Wait, is she coming back? Oh,
if she backs out of the call, it's going to mess the window capture up.
Oh, no. Damn it. It's going to be an empty window.
Okay, we'll just leave frozen Leah right there.
To be fair, it should be fine. When she comes back, it will just fix itself. But we'll just be out of sorts for
it's okay,
while if she leaves.
Super pensive.
She's just chilling there, deep in thought and reflection.
Oh, her Discord crashed. She'll come back at least. Oofed.
So, all right, let's get back to that top 5 dads, and we go and battle.
We go and battle.
I can't think of all 5 dads. But I'm just saying,
Uncle Phil is
got to be in there.
Uncle Phil, Splinter.
Splinter.
Yeah, Splinter's
Goku's not in there, man. Goku's not in there. He's a terrible dad.
Piccolo.
Piccolo's a much better dad.
Is Goku. A good dad.
Yeah. Just he rules with tough love.
It's funny, but so far all the top dads aren't like
Homer Simpson.
Actual dads.
There aren't actual dads. They're
surrogate fathers.
Yeah. Homer Simpson's in the top 5.
Homer Simpson is a pretty good dad.
Is he?
Dumb as fuck.
He's a pretty good dad. He does. Yo, like, didn't you see the do it for?
He strangles his son.
Okay, yeah, that's true. But the stuff he does for Lisa, like he goes like above and beyond for Lisa. Whatever.
Except for when she like sends his pig flying.
Yeah, but
it's just a little airborne.
Oh, there we go.
I think Leah left.
Oh my god!
I'm hoping she's joining back because it'll just fix it.
It's very interesting. It's like a mosaic.
Yo,
we're looking very weird.
It's a mosaic.
It's an art. Please. This is an art piece.
It's like an art piece. Yeah, I know. This is what's it called? This is art now, Fozzie. This is art.
This is the art stream. Look, I have the mouth of an angel.
Just go lower a bit.
Wait, let's see.
Like lower yourself a little bit. Where are we?
Do I got a turn?
You got a little bit if you go low. I don't know where I am. I'm literally nowhere.
BigSteak's beard
there
and
we
Rico's head.
There
Can
we
you
go.
see that?
Oh no, I'm right here. If I go down here, okay, we're good.
There we
we're
go.
Good. I'm just gonna slink down.
Hold up.
You have to slink down too. There you go. I'm still in the camera. Okay, so.
No, not that. This way.
There you go, Fozzie. Fozzie's showing himself.
There we go.
He's just. Wait, no, I think you have to go further to the side and then down.
Hold on. I'll go straight.
No, this way. There you go. See? Perfect. Okay, we're all good. We're just slowly coming into the camera.
This is anything goes.
It's fine. It's fine.
We'll all be good here. This is how we're going to roll for the rest of the stream.
Until Leah gets back.
I can't figure this out.
We just wait for Leah to come back. It's all good.
I gotta go like this.
What do you...
I'm trying to lick Fozzie.
You trying to lick Fozzie?
I gotta do this.
I'm getting banned for sexually suggestive content right now.
So now, what does everyone plan on playing next, or like in the near future? Like Fozzie, I know you do a lot of competitive games. Do you plan on playing anything single player, or do you plan on switching to any new competitive? I know you just switched to Street Fighter V, but is there anything like on the docket?
What happened, Silenced, is Leah's connection lagged out, so we're all just kind of chilling until she gets back, then it'll fix itself. In terms of games that I'm playing, my plan going forward is probably play COD until the new one comes out, which is probably like usually November.
Yeah.
Or whatnot. like in terms of story games, like I'm doing COD and Street Fighter. They're like the 2 games that I'm doing on my stream. And then
Is there a good story mode to Street Fighter 5?
I couldn't tell you. I haven't played it. I've literally just played multiplayer.
There is a story mode. There is.
Is it good, Rico?
I couldn't imagine.
Silly.
It's silly.
It's silly. We don't talk about the Street Fighter story mode.
Exactly.
It's silly.
It's like COD story mode. Like you don't really get COD.
You don't really
oh my god! Oh my god!
What is happening?
Just spilled his beer all over.
No, it barely went anywhere.
Oh no!
It was almost empty. It barely went anywhere.
There's still beer all over.
Wow! Now we're
all
getting
over.
Leah, are you?
Yeah, we're getting bad.
Leah?
It's
I don't
barely
know how to
over.
pronounce your name. These guys ripped me for the pronunciation of it the first time I said it. Are you getting back, or shall I edit the cams? Also, I'm like story mode. I'm gonna put that on my YouTube. So I'm gonna do them as like let's play, like series kind of things. Like I'm gonna put them over to my YouTube. So I'm gonna do all the GTA games in chronological order, not including 1 and 2. I'm probably gonna go through like GTA 3.
Cool.
Like I think it's Vice City or maybe San Andreas was next. I can't remember what all, but I'm going to go through them all in chronological
Are you going to stream
order.
that, or are you going to just put it on YouTube?
I'm still kind of undecided about what to do. I might.
You should definitely stream it, but it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, and then just have the chat somewhere on it so the people who watch it on YouTube can see it.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's what I'm doing now. I've got the chat in the bottom right because if
Well,
we're
just get a
talking to
good-
anyone in the chat and they can't
Yeah,
see
they
what
don't
I'm saying.
understand the conversation.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always do like fix up your overlay so that you can have like, you know, the game, you, and then chat underneath. So like you have maybe the game is what's it called? It's cropped inside like the full 1080p screen. So maybe it's like, you know, running at maybe 720 instead, but inside that, and then you have the rest of it all, you know,
like the
laid
cam
out so that
border
you
and
have
the chat to one
exactly,
side. Yeah.
exactly. So it's not like covering any of the game, and you get the entire thing.
Yeah.
And if someone watches a full screen or anything like that, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I mean, I've got Jazzy working on like an intermission overlay
Producer
for me.
Jazzy.
Yeah, she's literally
Jazzy J.
does all the work on my stream at the moment, like all my video editing stuff like that. She's literally just does everything. Like I just do the easy part. She does all the hard stuff behind the scenes.
Jazzy is amazing.
She was doing some very good work on Leah's emote. I saw. I'm like, wow.
She carried.
I gotta get some commissions done.
I might have to.
Jazzy made this.
I might be asking a commission from Jazzy soon.
Jazzy made those.
Y'all saw that announcement.
I'm a
What
bot.
announcement?
Leah, we need you to get back. We're all having to sit in the most. All right, me personally, I'm having to sit in the most uncomfortable position just so people can see me.
I'm in the same boat as you.
Oh, are you doing that on purpose? I can't see where I am.
What's happening?
She's back.
We back.
Look,
back.
There we go.
We're back in the building, baby.
Oh, am I back? Okay.
Oh, you don't even know you're back? Come on.
I didn't realize. I thought you guys were slouching because you were lazy or something.
No, I was slouching because that's the only place my face was.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm sorry.
I tried to tell you to do the same thing. You didn't even realize
I
what was
wanted
going
to
on.
lick Fozzie.
The way they were sat, like the way the camera had placed itself, like BigSteak had, like I could see the bottom of BigSteak's beard and then the top of Rico's head, and they'd like merged.
It was
together.
amazing.
We should do that next
Leah,
time.
it was art.
I was doing that. I was trying to do that, but you kept moving to like the other side of the screen.
Damn it! Tell me exactly where I need to be.
Like,
I'll be
You
there.
guys are
sticking
too
your
funny
tongue
because
out,
you
like-
guys were not reading like me in chat.
I was reading. I saw.
Wait. Am I this way? Am I looking Fozzie right now?
It's
No,
that
you
kind of
wanna be the
stream.
other way.
No, you're on the wrong
You're looking
side.
Other way.
I don't know. Wait,
No,
I
I'm
have to
looking.
go.
I'm looking.
You can lick
Jazzy,
Rico.
Okay.
I can't do anything.
Wait, I gotta do.
That way. There you go.
Just
I don't know if the camera sees me. Oh, I can't see me.
You guys are
Wow,
so
that
weird.
tongue
This is what happens
action
when you
from
mix too many
Rico.
people, Fozzie.
This is
Come
what
on.
happens when I just mix you guys. To be honest, you're all just.
That's it, basically.
I know, right?
It's, I
Put a
think
bunch
we're-
of Canadians in here.
we all have to
Oh my
meet up
God.
one day all together, and then you do a podcast in one room where you're all just sitting on a couch.
On a couch,
That's how this works.
On a couch.
We used
And
to
then
do
I can
that.
attempt to lick
We'll
Big
call it
Steak.
the FozCasting couch. That's what we'll call it.
Oh,
Boss couch. Couch cat.
Foz
Wait, is it clothing optional?
like
You
most
have like that,
Depending what platform
you have
it's
that
gonna
leather
end up
couch.
I'm sorry.
You have that
because
couch, that leather couch.
most of the titles
Obligatory
that says
bottomless
something casting couch, it always ends up in porn. So I
Well,
just want
that's-
to make sure.
that
it
was the
doesn't-
joke.
We don't necessarily have to stream it on YouTube or Twitch, you know.
Yeah, it could have been. It could be
I mean-
Pornhub or
Hashtag
Pornhub.
OnlyFans.
Pornhouse
Pornhub.
Live. It could be.
Yo, you gotta
What's the
grind.
other
You
ones?
gotta
Many
grind.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, you
Many-
call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
on
no, in this
Pornhub Live, but
economy-
it's called
In
Fozzie.
this economy, y'all gotta
It's
grind.
Fozzie's casting couch, but it's only us talking about video games.
Yeah.
But we're
Just trolling
naked.
everyone.
Just trolling everyone. No, we're wearing those t-shirts, and
But
the
we're
clothes
not
that
wearing
look like
any
we're,
shirts.
that look like we're naked.
We're just
I said we
topless.
got to be bottomless.
What
It's
am
a
I gonna
mandatory
do?
bottomless couch. To sit on the couch, you need to be bottomless. I'm just
Howdy,
kidding. We
howdy.
gotta have some ground rules. Okay, I'm kidding.
The ladies
Anyway.
laid down some ground rules for this.
Okay,
So
okay.
we
Anyways.
met all these guys through streaming.
Yeah.
So Leah, that side, I'm trying to show, is in America, I think.
Hi.
Rico up there.
Yeah.
In America, you
Yeah,
think?
these two guys up that way. Three guys, in fact, are all
Hey
Canadians.
guys.
They're all Canadians.
They're all
Yeah.
Canadians. They just
Hi,
say,
guys.
sorry.
Hey, Ozzy, yum 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 yum. yum.
Ozzy.
Hi, Ozzy.
Yeah.
Yum yum yum.
Yummy.
So Fozzie, how do you deal with like doing your podcast with people and having chat at the same time? Because like when we did it, like we ran our podcast for like a year, and we recorded and we put it on YouTube, and that was it. We did a couple of live streams with it, and when people would come in and they would start talking to us, it basically derailed the entire podcast.
So with us, like we can all talk to chat because we know most of the people that are in the chat anyways.
True.
I think it was like
Very true.
the first episode with Ed. We did reply to the chat a little bit, and I was kind of like, it does derail it. And then obviously the one with Nikigra, I don't know if you guys have seen that one.
Yeah, I was watching.
Smaller broke the news that Kobe had died, and Nikigra was like,
Oh yeah.
that was like live on stream, and Nikigra was like a massive NBA fan.
Yeah.
Like he's the guy. If you're gonna have anyone on talking about sports, Nikigra's the guy you want on. So it was so weird that it happened on that day, and Smaller came in. So the way I'm really like dealing with it now is, unless someone's putting some like asking a question to me or the guest, or they're like putting their opinion on the subject we're talking about in, I'll just type to them now, opposed to like
It's a good way to handle it.
yeah.
That's
So
actually really good.
if it
Yeah,
can't, if it comes in, like if they're giving an opinion on the subject or whatnot, then we can talk about it, and I just don't like acknowledge them. But if it's just them coming in saying hi or whatnot, then I'll just say like hello back to them in the chat. 'Cause it's just the easiest way. It doesn't ruin the flow of conversation. Like
Because you can use you can use your channel points and then have them ask questions, and then save them for like the
that
end.
could be like you have
The
like
next
a
one.
at the end section. Yeah, they can spend like channel points to be like, oh, question
Then
the FozCast,
because you go into what you go into the dashboard
and you can
you'll
add your own
see-
custom.
You'll see a list of all the questions, and you're just like, done,
Yeah,
done,
exactly.
done.
Yeah, you have
So-
you can people redeem that you can accept or reject
Oh,
the
God.
redemption. It's actually it could be really good.
You could use
It
that.
could-
to
yeah,
your
it could
benefit
help.
if you choose to do
Yeah,
it.
because you
Yeah,
haven't
that's-
activated the channel
If
points.
that's
yet.
something that you want.
Let me look. Yeah,
You
you see, I
can do
turned the
whatever
channel
you
points.
like.
I turned them off because I had no ideas what the hell to do with them. To be honest,
Well, this is an idea.
I was
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck shall I do?"
I
You
mean,
can just put like
Rico's
0
got,
points,
um,
and then
I mean,
just
Rico's
ask
got,
them to put their question in, and then you just filter through them. If you don't want to answer them, just like click them off.
Yeah, well, because you can accept or reject.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
redemptions.
and Rico's actually got the what is it? The Dr. Phil one? Is that
No,
you?
no, that's
Is
Fox.
That you?
Fox.
No, that
No,
was
I don't
Fox.
got
Sorry.
Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil.
No, you
Yeah.
have the cooking tips.
I have cooking tips.
I
give
am-
you
Tips,
the
I
maybe.
got
tips.
a
The best is the
Dennis
Spider-Man.
Steele, and I told you already.
Spider-Man.
I don't know why you have only one redemption per stream. Come on, man. Just make it
What,
worth
for
a
what?
lot. The
For what?
Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
No, the Spider-Man has like 3.
And
But they were
everybody
all
used
friggin'
it.
they're all sold out when I
Dude,
came into the stream.
Everything
Yeah,
was
well,
sold
that's
out
your
yesterday.
fault. That's not my fault.
I
Look,
just
in
wanna see how
the words of the immortal Peter Parker, I don't see where that's my problem.
First off, just make it worth like 10,000.
No, keep it as is.
Make it worth like 10,000, and then just make it. Anyone can do it at any
10,000.
time.
No one's gonna get it.
I'm gonna redeem.
I have like 40,000
I would.
points.
Yeah.
I can make you Spider-Man for 20
no,
minutes if
you
I
know
wanted.
what? My idea. I have another one. It's called
Spider-Man.
garbage disposal. It's called
What?
garbage disposal.
Garbage
It's gonna be
proposal.
like
Oh,
20,000 points, and then you can redeem it as many times as you like, and it just throws away your points.
That's actually really good.
I thought when you said garbage disposal, you were just gonna take all your food and just like ah.
I will eat whatever is in the back of my fridge.
Yeah, you get to choose anything in my fridge, like 3 combinations of anything in my fridge. I'll mix it up and eat it. Someone's like
Oh.
vinegar, sugar, and
Yeah,
pickles.
no.
Vinegar,
Yeah, no.
tuna,
Actually,
and
vinegar, sugar, and
No,
pickles.
no,
That's
fuck
just
no.
pickling.
I
That's
can
true.
swear, right?
What is the worst? Okay, we were talking about the top 5 dads. What are the worst
Yeah.
3 ingredients
Wow.
that you can mix
The
together?
worst 3
If,
ingredients.
yeah,
that you can
if
mix
someone had
together?
to give you 3 ingredients that you just
Yeah.
would not eat, what would it be? I already have 2 of mine. I can't think
Wait,
of the third one,
just
but
anything I
Fozzies-
would not eat.
yeah, like blended up in a blender, what would you not
Oh,
eat?
blend it up.
Yeah,
I thought you
exactly.
just said
Pepper,
in general.
onion, and mustard.
Onion? What's wrong with onions?
Mustard.
No, blend it
it's gross.
together. You don't like onions in general?
Onions are like an essential
fucking
thing
kidding
in
me?
Yeah,
every
exactly.
every
I
And
culture.
you
know
cook?
it's essential.
And you cook?
Exactly. You
Onions
need
go in everything.
Onions go
Have
in
you not
everything.
seen me sub shallots for onions?
It's
Because I'm
but
literally
shallots
like,
are
it's
onions.
green and it's basically not an onion.
They're green onions.
If it was me, it would be tuna, like tuna chunks from a tin.
Yeah.
I hate
But
that.
you're talking about 3 things blended together.
Yeah, I still would not eat this tuna.
So tuna and what?
Eggs. Like, I hate eggs. I probably could eat a raw egg, but not a cooked egg. Like, a raw egg
What?
would not taste of anything, but once you cook an egg,
Oh,
that
you
makes
mean
me
like-
feel...
What about in cake?
What?
That's fine. You don't taste it. It's covered by,
Oh,
like,
so you don't-
sugar or,
I
like...
love eggs.
I'm over
Love
here
eggs.
You don't
like,
eat
I'm
an
gonna
egg?
make you
Like
eggs,
eggs in my
bro.
mouth.
Scrambled
La, la,
eggs.
la, la.
hate
Scrambled
eggs.
eggs?
I
What?
freaking hate eggs. They're vile. I'm
Damn.
trying to think of, like, one more thing that I just wouldn't eat.
Oh, you're just talking about eating in general, what you hate.
I'm
what
really
do I
weird
hate?
about this, actually. Chicken on the chicken on the bone. I do not like
What is
chicken
up
on the
with you?
bone
hate
at
grilled
all.
chicken?
On the bone?
Crazy.
Yo, on the
On
bone
the bone?
chicken is
On
my
the grill.
It's like
jam.
the,
Exactly.
yeah.
It's my
Oh.
jam.
That was
Dude, me and Rico, we vibing because we
Yo,
eat almost the
it's
same.
because we're
If I'm gonna
Filipino.
eat chicken, it has to be breast or boneless. Nothing else. Like
it's
We
like
eat
breast
the
or
whole
boneless? Breast
body.
is so much.
Bro, like
Fox was saying
literally, like you get a
No, Fox eats
drumstick,
tons of
right?
chicken. That's all he
Like
eats.
you
Yeah.
get the
Breast.
fucking
Oh, he
bone,
only eats
and
breast.
then you get the
okay.
bones and the cartilage because
Yeah,
I
the
also eat
cartilage.
the fucking cartilage.
Yum yum yum.
Oh man, guys, you need to eat some chicken
He hates
thighs.
drumsticks.
honestly,
The
use
bone.
use the bones to make broth or whatever you want to do. Just don't hit me with that. Don't give me the fucking bone. Like
I'll eat
seriously.
like,
If I'll
it's
eat
not
a
like you
broth,
have to
if there
eat
was
the
a
bone.
broth, if there was a broth, right, and it's been made with the
Wait.
bones, that's fine because it's smooth, so I don't
Dark
care.
meat. Dark
Dark
meat.
Wait,
meat,
so
man.
so if you
what
like
about, what about
have,
chicken wings?
yeah,
Yeah.
What about chicken wings?
I
You
don't
don't
eat
eat,
them.
don't eat like
Okay.
a pound of
No.
chicken wings. We don't
Yeah.
eat chicken wings.
Oh my
Oh
god.
man,
I don't
not
eat
even
ribs
like a roast
either.
chicken.
I don't eat ribs
All right,
either.
right. About chicken wings.
Anything on
about
the
chicken
bone.
wings. Do
Nothing.
you get the flats or the stick?
I'll do both. That doesn't matter.
Fuck both,
Stick.
bro.
Who's the
Stick.
fuck?
I'm a
They're
stick
bu-
guy.
they're
Might
wings,
as
You
well
you
be-
guys
They're
don't
wings.
have any. We don't have any separation of. We good.
No.
I actually
No.
don't mind flats either, but if I had to choose
Flats.
one, I'd take this
I don't mind the flats.
because the flats have less meat on them. It's plain and simple. It's just that.
Yeah.
I'm just
The
saying more meat in my
the
mouth.
flat ones are interesting for me to eat because half the time I eat them without anybody watching me. So literally, like have the two bones. I'm literally over here like
Exactly. Sticking your tongue in
Just
between
like-
the bones.
Just like
So it's funny we're talking about chicken wings, especially the flats, because Duo has this patented technique.
Oh, patent! I
You're
saw
just
this thing
playing
online.
harmonica over there.
I saw
Leah.
this thing online, okay, about how to eat chicken wings, like because you need one hand for the beer and one hand for the chicken wings, so you don't want to get both of them dirty. So you take the flat and you like push it down like on a table, and then you just eat
so
the
you get
entire
just the
thing
meat.
without
Yep,
you
you
eat
just
the
get-
entire thing in one bite, and
all
then
in
you
your
just
mouth.
drop it because you don't care. You just like get
Yeah.
out of here.
Wait,
Yeah, but
so
And
you
you have a
that's
clean
wasteful.
hand for your beer.
Mm-mm.
So you like
That's
deep throat
No, the
wasteful.
bones.
You're gonna eat every single
bones.
piece, man.
Deep
You
throat the
deep
whole way.
throat the flat.
Yeah, you deep throat
Yeah,
the
sure.
flat. And you just,
You
Yeah, no,
you just deep throat the flat, and then
It's all gone.
Yeah.
what if
Just
it's
all
like
gone.
those mammoth wings?
Oh, no, it doesn't. Those ones are harder because there's so much meat, but it still works.
all right.
It's
Fozzie
really
is
good though.
unenthused with
He's
his
like,
chicken
no
talk.
more
got
chicken
with the
talk.
handle.
I'm actually just adding that channel point request
Oh, you're adding-
to.
oh shit! I got channel
Oh.
points.
Fuzz, I have a question for you.
Yep.
How are you handling the new job plus family plus content creating?
Some days I don't. I just neglect one responsibility and just try and juggle them all. Like,
Okay.
obviously, if I'm gonna have to neglect any of them, I'll neglect content creation first because I'm not at a point where it like pays me enough to do it yet. So if I'm gonna neglect any of them, it'd be that. And to be honest, like, other than family, like
You
in,
neglect
in terms of family, like Jazzy and Alfie, that's it. I don't really give a shit about anyone else.
Jazzy's first, right?
Jazzy's literally saying that
She'll
you
ta-
neglect
that's
her
all-
so
she
really
always-
Where is Jazzy? Is she like in the other room? That's what
She's
I'm assuming.
upstairs. She's upstairs.
She's crying in the corner.
Yeah.
She's hiding in the corner.
Just quietly on her laptop, just typing away.
She's chained to the bed in
He
the
beats me
basement
to
right
make
now.
his
Jazzy, Jazzy, bang the door twice and to tell us you're okay.
Throw chicken bones at him.
It was totally Jazzy. Don't worry, it was
That was
totally Jazzy.
Oh, it's totally Jazzy. Okay.
Does that mean
Totally.
she's right under you? That's kind of.
Yeah.
She's blowing me under the desk.
Right under.
That was a head on the desk,
well.
guys. Don't worry.
That was her head on the desk. Just popping
Someone's
up.
gonna have to come up for air.
Oh no, they noticed.
No,
There
Oh,
you
that's
go.
Jazzy.
There you go.
That was a lot more than twice, though. She's not okay, guys.
She's getting
She's
faster.
hectic.
I'm gonna
She's
nut in a
hectic.
minute.
Oh, there she is.
Oh my god,
Hi,
Jazzy.
Jazzy.
Hey,
Wait,
Jazzy.
love you.
Jazzy.
Bye.
Leah said she loves you. Oh dear, this has just turned into anarchy.
So okay, going back to the
Love
games.
you.
Rico, you started playing Subnautica. Are you?
Yeah, holy
you plan on-
shit. That fucking I'm obsessed with it. I tried playing it, but then I'm like, maybe I should show people how I play this game. Cause I like spent like
Jesus.
half an hour just swimming around.
He really was though. he was just like it was really a nice chill vibe though, because watching
Yo, I was
Rico play
vibing.
Subnautica and
Okay,
like
you just
having
liked
the
it because he was
music.
playing Backstreet Boys all day.
Mhm.
No,
That
it was in
towards
the end
end.
of the stream.
That was towards the end, and
played
that
some
was a
Mom
personal
Spaghetti.
request.
Yo, we played Mom Spaghetti.
Mom spaghetti.
Yo,
It's so good. Everyone died. So
What the hell's
it's
Mom
okay. So it's
Spaghetti?
basically lose yourself, but every other word is mom spaghetti.
Well, yeah.
Like it just keeps on going on. It's like it's you have to watch it. Just type in mom spaghetti on YouTube. It's the first
It's so
video that
good.
pops up, and it's so well done. It just I can't even explain how good it's well done because it just makes me laugh every single time. And I'm happy that I think everyone like heard it for their first time.
Yeah.
So and everyone was dying in the chat. Rico is
We
just
were
fucking crying.
dying.
I was
well,
so
I fucking listen to that like every like 2 months.
there you go. That's great.
So,
It's
like,
great to,
Hearing it again, I'm just like, yo.
That was the first time I've ever heard that song, and I was dying.
That's why when the instrumental came on, I was just like, Mom Spaghetti.
That was really good, though. That was really
like-
good.
knees weak, arm spaghetti. It's just like
Arm
every
spaghetti.
single
He
line
looks
it just has
calm,
the word
but he looks on spaghetti.
All right, opening another beer.
Yep, I'm about to do the same if Jazzy will bring me one.
Bring beer, Jazzy.
Please bring beer.
I got nothing.
One too.
You can come out from under the desk now.
Please bring the beer.
Hands of beer from underneath the
If a beer just popped up into the stream from underneath, like if it just was like, it'd be amazing.
On the desk.
I'll be right back real quick. I'm gonna get me
Some what?
Some what?
So,
You
Leah,
cut out.
no, don't talk
Yeah.
shit.
You're playing
We're
Dragon
always
Ball Z
gonna
now.
talk
Alright.
shit.
Let's start talking shit about Rico.
Is anyone
I know, right?
anticipating any new games coming out?
Animal Crossing.
Bleeding
Animal
Edge.
Crossing. Which one?
Bleeding Edge.
Which one's that?
Ooh.
It's a 4v4 shooter. It looks a bit Overwatchy, like a team shooter / slasher.
But kinda
It's made by the developers of Devil May Cry and Hellblade.
Oh shit!
So it's like a 4v4 online shooter / slasher. Some of the
Interesting.
characters look like they've just been like ripped off straight out of Overwatch, which is kind of why I like the look of it.
Mm.
You're not biased or anything.
Hold on.
no.
No one saw her enter the room.
Hey!
No,
No one saw her enter the room.
Wait.
Oh,
Thanks,
Jazzy.
Jazzy. Love you.
Oh, God, Jazzy.
Jesus
Yeah, that
Christ.
looks like a bomber. It looks like a big bottle.
It is a big bottle.
Big black bottle, man.
Can you
It's,
like?
Wait, that's San Miguel?
Big Steak. Big
Hey,
Steak. Can you
Jesse.
like
It is San
hand,
Miguel.
hand over?
He's
Hand
not
the
even
can
drinking
over
San
towards
Miguel.
me, and then I'll pull out my can. I just like
It's-
towards my side.
Just send it across.
660 milliliters.
600.
Hold on, is this
Double
side?
the size of mine.
Go.
It's this. I can't. Can you show me
Yeah,
this? Yeah, I'm looking
just
at
throw it.
this Discord. That's why. Hold on. So this is where the.
Oh my
Look,
God.
literally,
That
just
way.
go from the side, Brandon. Perfect.
Go.
Hey, Rico, thank you. There we go.
Thank
Here
you.
you go.
Yeah.
Rico.
Oh god.
Oh, man.
That bottle is literally making you smaller.
Taller than my
Like,
head.
look at
Smaller on the outside.
yeah, look at
There you
how
go.
much smaller your
Bigger
hand
on the
looks
inside.
compared to that
That's
bottle.
like a wine bottle.
Damn.
I know, right? That is literally the biggest bottle of
it's the
San
same
Miguel
size.
I've seen
So actually,
Oh shit.
I
speaking
moved
of,
from the Philippines.
speaking of Animal Crossing,
It's half a litre. Over half a litre. 660 mil.
speaking of Animal Crossing, did you hear that news today? That Nintendo's just more ridiculous than usual. Apparently, you can only have one single town on a Switch. If you have multiple accounts on the same Switch, you can only have one town on that Switch. And if you want another town, you basically have to have
Have to
another
buy
game
the game.
and another Switch. No. It's per Switch. If you have 2 copies of the game, it's still per Switch. You have to get another fucking Switch.
Stupid.
And you can't even cloud save it. Like they're making a new system just to save your thing in case your Switch breaks or you buy a new one.
That's messed
It's
up.
so stupid.
That's some bullshit.
Nintendo
I
being
mean,
Because
Nintendo.
I want to make a
Basically
town for
Nintendo.
myself and then make a town to play with friends because I know they're gonna fuck my shit up.
Fuck my shit up. Well, then just
You
make
know
your
me,
own
You know
town.
me very well.
Leah, make your own town. Make your own town, and then just go to everyone else's town. You invite no one to your house.
Never invite people, right?
Exactly. Just
Just
go
be
to
like,
everywhere
I'm
else.
just gonna take your apples and shit because I don't have apples. We're just gonna.
But I mean, like seriously, this is just Nintendo. Like Rico said, this is Nintendo being Nintendo. Nintendo is so far behind.
Yeah.
Like everyone else in like online content, it's ridiculous. Like how
Yeah.
the fuck are friend codes still a thing?
Yeah. It doesn't.
How
any
the fuck?
number.
You
Yeah.
can't even talk to your
It's-
friends.
it's-
They have no
No,
social
you have to
system
have- no,
whatsoever.
you can.
Like
You
the
can't.
deci-
You have to
like,
have
I've
an
read-
app. You have to have the cell phone app.
So fucking
I
Yeah, I
dumb.
don't
have like
It's so dumb.
Nintendo's top down thing is that anyone in the company basically they all have to agree on the same thing to go out. So, but most of the brass in
They're all
Nintendo,
Japanese guys.
they're old,
Yeah, they're old.
they're
man.
old Japanese guys. So they're like, yeah,
It's like the
So
Republican
basically-
Party in
To
the
the
United
top.
States.
I was
demographic
just gonna
whatsoever.
say it's just like my country. It's just a
Yeah.
bunch of old white men.
so like, so someone brings up a new idea, like maybe 2 or 3 of the top guys agree on it, and then one old guy's like, no, I don't want this. This is fucking shit. And then they can't do it because Like they have to.
It's
to,
not
like,
majority wins. One guy's just like, no,
it's
and they're
not
like, fuck
majority
you.
wins. They work.
Oh my God,
they work
That
in
is
a,
so dumb.
They work in a way that's very like
That
Japanese,
straddles
where,
themselves?
Like everyone has to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
That kind of sucks, though.
In other news, talking about games as well, I don't know if any of you will care because you're all PS4 players, but
I care
Rod-
about games in general.
Rod Ferguson,
Xbox?
Rod
Xbox.
Ferguson, who's worked on Gears of War 1 to
Oh
5
yeah, he
for
moves. He's
15
going to
years.
Diablo.
Yep, he's gone to Diablo to work for Blizzard,
Yeah.
which is like, what the...
Whoa.
Man,
Like,
but it's
after 15
Diablo
years...
4.
Blizzard.
Yeah, so what's wrong with that? He was working at Epic. It's like the same thing.
I
Mm.
guess, but like, I feel like it's just more of the same game over and over again with them.
Diablo 4 looks apparently very tight.
I hope so.
A lot
I
of
haven't
Gears
played.
4 play, like anyone after like Gears 4 and 5, like I'm one of them people, are actually really glad he's gone. Like,
Oh, really?
A lot of us feel like he's the reason Gears 4 and 5 were so dog shit after 1 and 3 were so good.
It's not a very memorable series after, like, I guess 3.
A lot of them
Yeah.
after a while, series like that just don't.
I feel like
it's just like they lose their luster.
I guess.
It's like
I
one
feel
of
like it's
the
a
only shooters that had a good story mode. In my eyes, anyways. Like,
Well, Gears was made for the story, right?
Yeah.
I feel like it's a product of this time, like the culture, like the gaming culture around that time and everything. It's not like how it is today. There's a lot more, I guess, like diversity in like games than in shooting games particularly than they did back in like the 2000s, right?
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Mhm.
I mean, like I see it like
Everyone's
more like.
kinda,
Sorry.
everyone's kind of like on that wild west of trying to
Find the
beat
next good thing,
each
yeah.
other. Yeah, just find the next good thing. Now it seems like it's kind of like not petering out to say it's kind of like trying to focus more on that competitiveness, like competitive gaming, rather
the thing
than like something that's both story driven and like a good solid multiplayer game.
That's why everyone's so fed up with Gears, though, because Gears 3 had that aspect of like competitiveness in the multiplayer. Like, it was such a good team-based shooter, and if you had like good communication, you played the game series. But Gears of War 4 and 5 allow no room for that whatsoever, with just like the stupid things they've put in the game. And
Like
they've
what?
just, like, from the launch, I said like the flashbang is so ridiculous. And it's taken them 3 months of listening to the professionals that play the game to take it out. Just to take it out. Like,
Oh my god.
and now it's too late. Like, the Gears 5, the damage is done. The player base
I mean,
have
like,
gone. They've had
so
enough.
for the flashbang, didn't everyone just use it though?
You could, but the problem with
I mean,
it
if it's
is
that strong, why wouldn't you?
it's just kind of...
It
most
seems like
games-
it's like a cheap way to.
Yeah, that's it. And if you
If
don't
everyone's
use
doing it though, at that point, I mean, like you're at a disadvantage not doing it.
Eric,
which is shitty,
off topic, but Eric, thank you for that resub, dude.
Resub. Yo, Battle Space.
Yay, resub hype.
But yeah, like they just some things were just so fucking trash about Gears 5. Like, they released the Terminator skin pack, and the hitboxes on the characters were so small that if you didn't use those Terminator skin packs, you were at a disadvantage because your hitbox was so big in like comparison to them, and they messed the servers up. Like, I don't know if you guys were here. We tried.
I remember that you guys couldn't get into games and shit.
Yeah. We went on like Gears 5.
That was like the
trying
day
to
one,
play.
right?
Just trying to. It was for about 3 months after as well. You could not get in a game whether you were trying to play the campaign together.
For 3 months?
For 3 months, the game was broken as fuck.
Holy shit!
And
I thought it was only the first week.
They've put it on like Game Pass as well, so they've like it's a $60 game, but you can play it on Game Pass.
I have seen that.
But the problem with it
cost 100, Fozzie.
Yeah, I thought we're kind of like just going with it. But the problem with it is that they're going with like a free-to-play game model. with Gears 5 as well.
Yeah.
And because they put that, because like the DLCs and everything cost a fortune, they've gone with like a battle pass. Like all the cosmetics they put in the game like cost a fortune. So they've gone with like they've had to go with a free-to-play model because they put the game on Game Pass.
Yeah,
So
and if
everyone's
everyone
playing
has
the
it on
game for
Game
cheap.
Pass, then
You're not making income from it, so that's it.
well, Microsoft is making some income off those subscriptions, but
Yeah, but the devs.
Yeah.
Not
Do we
so
know the
much.
numbers? Yeah, but I'm sure they got somewhat compensated for putting it on Game Pass. Do we know the numbers of how many people have Game Pass? Have you looked it up recently? Or?
Let me
Well,
look.
there's me.
So many.
There's
There's
me.
me.
There's Leah.
There's all
There's
three of you. All
me,
three of you have Game Pass.
Pixie has it.
Wait, Fozzie, do you have
Yep.
it?
You can start
Hold
counting.
on, I'm just looking right now.
Okay, so it's 4.
Rico,
It's
Do I have
4.
enough hands?
Ozzy has it too.
Ozzy has
Ozzy has it as
In the
well.
chat,
Ozzy
raise
has
your
Game
hand
Pass. I know that.
if you have Game Pass. Can you guys
Fozzie, do
raise
you
your
have
hand?
Game Pass?
Andy has it.
And that's
Andy has
amazing.
it.
has it.
Andy, okay, good. You. that's
I think
fine.
Emma
That's
has it too,
20?
actually,
Okay.
This
because
is
that's
as
how she
of
plays Monster Hunter with us.
13th of May 2019. 9.5
okay,
million,
wait.
and Philip Spencer said it's doubled
That's
since then.
2,000.
So you're looking at about 18
I'm
million
at 2,000
people.
now.
That's pretty good. And it's what,
18
$10 a month? How much is it?
$10 a month, but they've
No,
been doing like a shitload of deals where
So that's
like,
what,
you can get like
$180
3
million
months
a
for
month?
$1.
Yeah,
What?
I got it. I
Yeah.
got it for the PC Pass. That's how I got Subnautica,
I have-
guys.
Yeah.
I have the Ultimate, so that
Subnautica.
includes the PC and
PC
the
and
Xbox
the
for
Xbox,
And the
$15.
gold as
15?
well to play.
Yeah, and the gold.
to
But
put,
the
use the
thing is,
Xbox
I had
Live service.
gold for, like, I upgrade my gold like every year. I get like the 1 year pass. So when I did the Ultimate for $1,
It upgrades your.
they upgraded my gold to Ultimate until my gold ended.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I have Ultimate until June
Okay.
of this
People are
year.
abusing that
And then you
system. Yeah,
cry?
you get it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm honestly gonna get more gold cards and just like load up my.
Yeah,
load
that's
up
what
my
I'd
Prime.
do.
Yeah.
Mecca said, "What do we think about Overwatch 2?" He redeemed the
Overwatch
channel
2.
points.
I mean, I have
Yeah.
no problem with it. I mean, like, honestly, they're not forcing anyone to buy it. It's
No, they're
literally just, it's an expansion that they don't force anyone to buy it. It'll have
And
extra
also-
modes that if anyone wants, they can pay for it.
Mhm.
They're going to get all the new characters.
You
They're
get
gonna
the
all
extra.
new
You
maps.
get the extra mode for
But
free. By the way,
Overwatch 1 apparently is going to get the characters too.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
you
saying.
get-
The people that have Overwatch 1 have no, like, unless they want the extra content, as in, like, the story mode and the extra modes or whatever,
Yeah.
then they have to buy it. But they're not forcing anyone to buy it. They're getting everyone that has Overwatch 1 gets all the content as far as characters and maps. So I mean, like, if anyone, like, people, they're not basically forcing no one to upgrade it. It's probably like the best way you could possibly do a sequel. Like, I don't know, like, I was talking
Yeah.
this about with other people. Like, I don't know how, like, EA does sports games. It makes no sense anymore in this day and age. Like, how they come out with NHL 20 and then NHL 21 and 22 and 23. They should just release one fucking game that just
And
updates every
upgrade
fucking
it for
year.
like
Yeah.
And
10
if you
bucks
have
a
it,
year.
Well, any
Yeah,
sports
Get
exactly.
a pack for it.
exactly.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah,
have it,
just
it-
get a
like, if you want to
DLC.
buy a new
A
one, it's
roster
full
update
price.
pack
And if
or
you want to
whatever.
buy the new update, it's like half price or like 60% off or something like that. So you're still making some money, but at least the people that keep buying it or whatever get like something
Mhm.
worthwhile out of it. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, especially
Man,
especially
Overwatch
if
is
it's
doing
basically
perfectly,
a
I think.
carbon copy of what it was before with
Yeah.
new players.
Yeah.
Like, so what's the difference really? Why are you
Even-
paying $60 again? You know?
Even if it wasn't new players, like let's just say there was like texture updates, like so what? That's not like necessary of a brand new game that needs a new physical release or whatever, and they gotta charge you $60 or whatever. I mean, it's more like they should just use like the annualization kind of form. Like, you know how Assassin's Creed got annualized and it was just like a shit show? Like, no, but if you use
Mhm.
that annualization formula to a game like that, it works perfectly.
Yeah.
I mean, going
Not
back
for
to
a game
Overwatch.
not for a game like Assassin's Creed, because that's a completely different story
Yeah,
every single game.
Yeah,
But
but
if
the thing
it's
is,
basically a sports game, it's
yeah.
it's the
same.
same thing. But the way
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed works it, like, they have multiple dev teams working on it, so it might be a game coming out every year, but it's a 2 or
Yeah.
3 year
Yeah,
dev
it's just
cycle.
Yeah,
Different- different
it's split
teams all the
between
time.
different like
Yeah, so-
releases. So that's why they can pump things out like every year essentially, is because
Yep.
one place is done, the other place is done next year and things like that. But
Y'all remember that it's like one of the dev teams that made Black Flag. Basically it's basically just ship to ship battle. They were trying to make it like their they were trying to make it like their competitive game for battleship, for like pirate ships. Y'all remember that?
I think they did like a weird
what's happening to that
for it.
Yeah, it's just fully multiplayer.
Oh, you're talking about Skull
and Bones. Yes, Skull and Bones.
Yeah, where it's just like
they're probably still making it. I haven't heard anything about it though. But anyways, Foz, you wanted to go back to Overwatch? What was your opinion?
I was just saying about like how people bring games out every year and things. Jeff Kaplan he's the developer of Overwatch, and he was saying it's actually really hard. Like he actually had to go to like the higher ups and investors of Blizzard and get them to not release this as a whole new game, because he knew that the fan base would literally be in.
Completely right. I think what they're doing is very good.
This was around the time as well, like shortly after they banned that Hearthstone player for showing his support for Hong Kong. And
that's a whole other bag of worms, man.
Yeah. So he was like, I can't. He was like, I can't. He basically went and said to them, like, if you don't do this my way, I won't be developing the game anymore, because he didn't want to He didn't want the fans of the game being in uproar about it.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good move on his part, because he knows how passionate the Overwatch crowd is, though.
Yeah, I mean, look at BlizzCon. What, like, don't you all have mobiles? And everyone's
Overwatch League, like, that's why they're doing home games now, because people want to be able to go there, but they can't go to San Fran, every single weekend just to watch a game. Like, me personally, that was never... I watched on Twitch. Literally, before I even, watched any of you guys on Twitch, the only thing I watched on Twitch was Overwatch League. And it was, every weekend, and that made me feel connected to, the crowd without being, toxic.
While we're on that subject as well, sorry.
I love that.
Toxicity in the city?
No, someone asked about Smurfs.
Smurfs in games. Yeah, I'll get to that. YouTube. I forgot about that question. YouTube. So Overwatch League and Call of Duty League. We're all streamers. They've both just moved to YouTube Gaming.
Yeah.
And
really?
Overwatch League has been on Twitch for two seasons.
Yeah, they had a contractual. They had a contractual agreement. Well, I mean, YouTube probably paid them a ton of money. 100%.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, YouTube are actually trying to catch up in terms of live streaming games. I think they actually have a higher market percentage than Mixer.
As far as people, for sure. But I mean, there's millions of billions of people on. Well, maybe not billions, but there's hundreds of millions of people on YouTube. I don't know how many accounts they have, but there's definitely way more than Mixer, and there's way more than Twitch. Maybe not watching live streams, but actual people watching content on YouTube. For sure, there's more people than both.
It all depends at the end of the day on how much Amazon is willing to just not give up, but spend towards Twitch, and
how much they're willing to spend on big streamers, give them contracts to stay as well.
That's it. Because but the thing is, history has shown that Amazon, maybe not Twitch, but Amazon is willing to invest millions and millions of dollars just on R&D and development, just to say I have a store that you can just pick up stuff and leave. You don't have to pay anything at the cash. They're willing to invest in technology.
Look at that. We're watching the hockey game, and damn, that was a nice goal. Sorry to derail.
I literally thought that they
were. How Canadian of us!
Duo was about to whisper sweet nothings into BigSteak's ears, because he was holding him babe, whisper.
One thing I was going to say.
Let us have that rare moment. Look at this goal. Look at this. Oh.
I think that's our cue.
No, this is not safe for work. This is not safe for work. They're just
groaning.
They just came their pants.
Did you not hear me say?
Actually, you know what's funny is that they're looking at Rico in
Yeah, they're looking at me and then they're like,
and then
oh.
groaning.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
like the
Rico.
best part of this whole thing is that in stream they're looking straight at Rico and
Yeah.
just
And then
groaning.
they're going, oh.
Ugh.
Yeah, Rico, look them in the eyes. Chat said,
Wait,
look
which
them in
side-
the
which side
eyes.
is it?
That way, Rico.
Oh, it's this side.
Yeah.
I can't see where I'm looking because
They're that way.
so confusing.
Rico's over there. I know.
I
It's,
thought
it's
I was
mirrored.
there.
It's mirrored.
Yeah, it's mirrored.
Gosh.
It's amazing, Fozzie. It's amazing.
Wait. Hold up. Do it.
I don't know. Am I in the corner? Am I good?
Yeah,
Can you see
you're
my
fine.
finger?
Yeah.
You can't see my
Oh,
finger.
no, I can't
Oh
see your
no,
finger.
you can't see him. Pull him back.
Hold up.
There you go.
Let's try this. More camera tricks, guys.
So bad now.
I'm sorry, Fozzie.
Get near the get near the end.
Okay.
God
Move your hand a bit
almighty.
Okay.
Okay. Anyways, so
Alright.
back to what we were saying. What
Apparently,
does everyone think about Smurf accounts?
I don't even know what that
Um,
means.
A Smurf account is
Smurf
when, like,
account
let's say
is-
someone has a high ranking account,
Okay.
and then they make a new account to just destroy people that are new to the game. And have a little-
I'm
So it's like
guilty of that.
Garden making a new
On
account
PC.
on Street Fighter, going into the competitive
Yeah,
mode and
Gaiden.
destroying bronze kids.
Sad.
it's an alt account, yeah.
Some
I'm
people do it
guilty
to
of
help their
that.
lower ranked
because
friends,
I have-
like in team games or
Yeah.
like in Overwatch. Like if you're like a bronze player, you can get a diamond friend to make you an account or make an account, and they can essentially like carry you out of the rank you're at if you can't
Out
get
of
out
bronze,
yourself.
Yeah.
Elo
Little
hell.
A little known fact.
So
Elo, hell
So, like-
yeah.
so like I'm on that. I don't care.
You don't care?
There's like I've been on like since like season 1 of Overwatch, and basically I got myself a free account because Humble Bundle at the time was giving away accounts. Like had a deal, so like I took it, and I have a second Overwatch account, and I basically use that to as a Smurf, because like, and also as a fact that it's like a clean slate, because on my main Overwatch account I play Reinhardt, like I main Reinhardt. If I try to play, if I'm like, oh, I don't feel like playing Reinhardt tonight,
You
like,
just got on a Smurf account, then you're not
Yeah.
losing the
You
XR.
don't want to lose your ranking.
yeah.
But don't they have
And, like-
separate rankings per character now?
Yeah,
no,
they do.
per category, yeah,
It's
like
not-
tank
it's-
support.
But before
It's not
it
character,
was
it's
like shit. Like
position.
if I wanted to play McCree, like because like I haven't played it in a long time and I used to play McCree, like people will shit on you, like just fucking throw the game at the same time when you are not playing rank, when you're not playing fucking
Your main, yeah.
Your
your
main,
main.
yeah. They
And
will.
so,
they
like,
will
I'm
literally
stuck.
scream at you.
I'm
Yeah,
stuck
because it's toxic
playing-
as fuck.
It's
on my
so
main
toxic.
account. I'm stuck playing Reinhardt like for 200 hours in a season.
Just
I
go
mean,
private
I had-
profile and they can't see your main.
I had a Smurf
Yeah.
when I played League of Legends for like four years with my brother. I had a Smurf account at some point,
Mm.
and it's just you just go and you just destroy
So-
people because like you want to feel
I-
good about yourself because you don't want to
So-
you don't want to have the
I feel
misery
like-
of playing a game against
I
other
have a
people
Smurf
and
account.
losing.
On
I feel
Overwatch,
like the Smurf. I
but
feel like
it's
the Smurf.
it's where
Sorry,
I
go ahead.
practice my heroes.
Yeah,
That's
that
where
makes
I'm
sense.
shit.
Yeah.
It's easier to
And then I
Smurf
go
on
back to my
Xbox.
regular account, and I'm like, I know how to play Junkrat now. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
I
that's,
feel like
that's probably the proper way to use the Smurf. If you want to use it as an alternate account to practice something that you wouldn't normally use on your other account. But the thing is, there's unranked modes for that reason.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you're going
yeah,
into
but
into
it's
unranked
not
modes,
like games like Overwatch. Like for games like Overwatch, they don't have like it's a whole new issue because people don't take like the situational awareness required when you're playing when you're playing like ranked over quick play is completely different. It's like
So,
it's almost
yeah,
like
it
they're completely different
definitely
games.
does.
yeah,
Because
for
like
sure. Well, because
everyone,
people fuck around, no one cares.
yeah. So basically, if one person just suddenly like, yeah, I just play May and walk off our team,
Yeah.
and then like, yeah, basically that's what happens. So like, I also don't like it. Doesn't fucking matter. like
at the
just
end of the
fucking
day.
adjust. Like if you're no good, if you're not good at the game, then get good. scrub.
I mean,
but that's the thing. You're trying to get good, and everyone's yelling at you.
Yeah.
Well,
No, but
see,
like, it's like if you have like a Smurf account and you're good at it, and you're good all of a sudden with that Smurf
It
account,
becomes your main
and
account.
people, like, yeah, it kind of like becomes your main account, right?
Yeah.
You know?
yeah, I honestly like I enjoyed the role lock now because now I don't get yelled at to like play a healer when I clearly am a tank main. Like I'll do Diva Orisa practicing on Sigma, but like don't yell at me to play Mercy because you're gonna die. I'm gonna die. We're gonna have a shit time. Like don't tell me to play healer. Like I literally don't know how to do that. So
And that's a funny thing for me as well. Before Roll Lock was a thing, if any male in my game heard a healer, like a female in the game, they're like, "Yep, she's a female. She's a healer main straight away." Like they just expect all females to play support. It's so fucking weird how.
I'm like, first of all, I'm gonna be the most aggro support you've ever seen, and I'm probably gonna die more because I'm not gonna heal you. I'm gonna try to get my own kills. So just let me play what I want. Either way,
well,
you're gonna die.
definitely helped.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed Roll-Lock when they came out with that. I was like,
yeah, Roll-Lock,
that's really nice.
I don't know if you've seen it recently, because of the Overwatch League. Basically, the meta is always really stale, and they're in the same meta for like 6 months at a time.
6 months, yep.
So now
exactly.
this next season they're bringing in hero bans, and
oh really?
To try and keep the meta like flowing. Like every week, there's going to be heroes that will be banned.
How many characters are in Overwatch now?
Too many.
Just like 27?
Not that many.
27?
There's a lot more DPS than there is tanks or supports.
That's very true. But the thing is, what they're going to do is sort of like every season in Overwatch, there's new map pools.
21 characters.
Oh, wow.
So what they'll do is every week, and they're gonna adjust it. If a week is too long, they'll make it like I don't know, like 3 days or whatever. Yeah. But they're gonna make it so it's like kind of like the map pools where you're gonna take these set of I was about to say Pokemon heroes, and see what you can do with them. Sort of like when you played the Halloween event. If you go into Dr. Junkenstein without having to do the story mode heroes, you can pick only a certain number of heroes. You can't pick from all of the heroes. Okay. So it's similar to that, but it's also going to be a separate mode.
When you said hero ban, I was thinking like in League of Legends when you're doing a hero ban, it's like you're picking your draft. Each team is drafting their team, but before that they ban heroes that they don't want the other team to pick or they don't want in the game at all. That's what I thought that this would be.
The way it's going to work in Overwatch is there's going to be 1 tank, 1 support, and 2 DPS that will be banned each week. And then each team will get to vote to ban one character. Each game at the beginning. And
see, the thing is, I think this will make the actual like pro league more interesting because then the teams could be like, oh, well, that guy's really good with this person. Let's ban the shit out of them, right? But then one of the other teams is going to get someone banned too, so people have to adapt. It'll make it a lot more interesting.
And it's going to be the same in the actual ladder, like the competitive ladder of the game, is that one tricks, which do exist, whether they're on Smurf accounts or the main accounts, who have only played 1 character for the whole time they've played the game, will now have to adapt. If their main hero gets banned, then they have to adapt and learn to play. They learn to play another character. So you have to be flexible, and that's what Overwatch should have been from the start.
I don't like this post, and I want it deleted. I feel attacked. I feel attacked as a.
Is it because you're a one trick like me?
One trick Ryan.
One trick diva.
It just means you're not going to play Overwatch that week.
No. I'm trying to branch out. Like if diva, because if diva's cute, people want to pick diva. If diva, if I'm not quick enough and I can't pick diva, I gotta settle with somebody else, and I'm not playing some janky tank. I'm not playing some janky tank. So I'm
Check.
usually I've got 3.
So Leah's
Is
saying,
Diva?
give me the hero I play, or I'm gonna fucking throw your game,
Exactly.
basically.
Oh, you guys want me to
Give me
cosplay as
Diva. Yeah, so I have Diva, I have Arisa as backup if Diva's gone. If both of them are gone, it's Sigma.
If
If
both of them are gone,
Sigma's
she starts
gone, then I
crying.
probably should have been in support and played Brig.
So there you got options. You got options.
Yeah,
Unless
yeah.
all of them are banned that 1 week.
No, because you can only ban 1 tank.
No, but you said 1 tank, 1 support, and 3 DPS. Oh, they're all tanks?
Yeah, so
Oh, shit.
3 tanks and
Yeah,
1
but
support.
Do
So-
each team get to ban 1 person? Because then if all 3 are tanks, get banned.
But that's only in the league.
Oh, I see.
In just regular play, I don't believe there's that voting system.
Oh, bah. I don't know why I wouldn't be there, but
Bah.
bah.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Shma.
Start doing
Sorry,
this the
I
rest
have
of the stream.
no opinions of Overwatch because I've never actually played
Because
Overwatch.
he got banned. He's
Got
so
banned.
good at
You got banned
Overwatch.
instantly.
His
Got
hero
banned on
got
the
banned.
first
He was
day.
pissed.
I just
He's
never
so
Anyway,
good at Overwatch.
Yeah.
Talking of Smurfs, how do we actually feel about them?
I mean, like I said, I've had Smurf accounts. I used it more to just pound on little guys, but if used in the right way,
pounding the small
pound
man.
on the little guy. Yeah, exactly.
Just
But I mean,
pound
like,
all of
smaller.
them. I mean,
the way Rico and Leo were talking about it, they're just basically saying that you use your alt account to practice something you wouldn't normally do on your main account, because if you have a really high ranking and you start practicing something, you're just gonna get demolished, and that's no way to learn. You
yeah.
might as well
That's
just make
why
a Smurf.
roadlock's good though in Overwatch, because you have a separate rank for each role. So if your
Yeah,
bronze
which
in
I
DPS
really
and
love.
you're at the highest ranking tank, you won't get stomped playing DPS because,
And you have to play what 5 placements per.
yeah,
So
5
just to even rank.
placements per rank.
Yeah.
But for me, like, I'm guilty. I've had Smurf accounts. I still play on Smurf accounts. Like, if I've got a friend who I think's actually trash, but I don't want to hurt their feelings and still play a game with them, I'll play on a Smurf account. But like, sometimes when you're on the receiving end of a Smurf, or in any game, whether it be like Street Fighter or Overwatch, and they just shit on you the whole game, it's no fucking fun. When you're on the receiving end of it, it sucks.
Oh yeah, I was
When,
playing.
like-
There's this game
When like
that
you
came out. It was
feel that they have your number, like
Yeah.
they know where you are always, and you're just like,
What the fuck am I gonna do? Exactly.
yeah. I'm like, can you just not?
I was
That'd be
playing this
cool.
game. It was called Duelist. It's getting shut down in like
Duelist.
another
Of course you would play
I
that.
wonder why.
in
I
another
wonder
couple
why
of months. I think it's getting shut down. But basically, it was made by it's like a card strategy game. Basically, you have cards and you play
It's
the
just
cards.
different
on a
kinds
grid.
of duo.
No. Anyways, you play cards onto a
It's
grid.
all
All
faces.
faces of duo.
It's like duo brushing his teeth versus duo eating a pizza.
I didn't even say duelist. It's duelist.
Duelist.
Anyways,
BigSteak's got all the pictures. We saw them
anyways.
in the call before. This
Yeah,
has got
it's
the one with him on
actually
the-
just a
Big
Big
Stick
Steak's
is the one
album.
who photographed.
Every card is a different duo picture.
Anyways, so
Sorry.
it's a card game, but when you play cards, they're like characters and you put them on a board, and then it's like a chess match almost. Like it's just a turn-based strategy game, but you have cards at the same time. The whole thing is that I basically just started playing the game, but I think what happens in that game is that the when you don't play, you just drop rank hardcore. And so I'm not sure if these are considered Smurfs. Maybe they weren't Smurfs, but like I was playing people that definitely have played this game for a very long time, and I barely played. Like literally, I was the first stream I had, or maybe the second stream I had of this game, and I'm like I'm facing people that have like super uber decks. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do against this? They have all the cards, and they're all perfect. Like they're in perfect synchron. Like they synchronize perfectly.
It
They
works
know all the
together,
I'm
yeah.
just getting wrecked.
Yeah.
Totally
That's-
wrecked. I was like, what the fuck?
That's the kind of shit like I don't like. Like if you get ranked and then if you don't play, you just like get deranked. Like I get it, obviously, but if someone is super high rank and didn't play for like 2 months and back at like the barely any rank, like you're just gonna get destroyed, and that just doesn't make you feel like you want to play the game because
It doesn't even make it feel fair though. Like
Yeah,
I don't even
it's
have
not
the
fair.
cards that are even there. I didn't even know these cards existed, and then they all work
Exactly.
together, and it's like, and the way that game works, if you have synergized cards, you just fuck with people. Like it's not even.
I
It's
saw
not
a
even
picture on Andy's Twitter earlier, and she was playing Dead. She started playing Killer on Dead by Daylight. She's only like, so the way that game works, if you're not familiar with it, you all are, I think, but for anyone who's never played it in the chat, is that you start at rank 20 and then you work your way to rank 1. So 1 being the best rank you can have, 20 being the worst. And she was only like rank 13 on Killer, and all the survivors she was playing against were 1. So they're at like the best rank.
Oh, what
and
the fuck?
There's that, like, on Xbox, there's such a lack of people playing Killer that
Really?
it will
Yeah.
just throw you in the same game against
so
survivors.
unbalanced.
Yeah, so
That's
unbalanced.
so
But
bad.
that doesn't even make sense. I mean, like, there's obviously people that have a low rank.
Yeah, but it's so weird how it works.
I mean, smaller's like rank like 15 or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's
It was
so
not.
fucked how they do the matchmaking in certain games.
Yeah,
There you go.
I think they're some formulas for matchmaking are pretty shit.
Yeah.
Like that's all I
Well,
can say.
There's another thing with that though. It also depends on how many people are even playing it.
The
Right?
player base,
Because
yeah.
Exactly.
There's tiers for this. I mean, it's not like developers are like completely oblivious to matchmaking or whatever. But I mean, like if you only have, let's say, 1,000 people playing or something like that, and you're like you go through like a tier. Like obviously you're going to try and match people to a close ranking. But when you can't find someone after like 10, 15 seconds that are looking for a match at the same time, then you're going to go to the next tier of things.
That's the way it happens in Overwatch as well, going back to Overwatch.
Exactly. Well, that's the way it works in a
in
lot
the
of games.
higher ranks, if you pick damage, because everyone wants to play the cool heroes with fucking bows and arrows or guns instead of playing tanks or just the guy who stands in the fucking back healing people, you have a higher influx of damage players that all pick DPS. And if you're at the higher rank of the game, it takes you forever to find a DPS game.
Oh yeah.
And then you can be waiting half an hour and you'll end up in a game with the people that are like 2 ranks below you just because the game couldn't find you. So it will initially try and find you someone in that same skill rating with you. But if you're not there after like half an hour, it'll throw you into a game with someone lower.
It's a little frustrating, if I could
Yeah,
say
yeah.
so myself. I mean, man, I don't know how you guys, like, sometimes you're in the lobby for quite some time and it just, like,
Oh, yeah,
I can't. Like,
I mean,
no.
I don't get to feel that because I'm a tank, but I understand. Like, I watched somebody who was hanging out with me. I was like, "Here, you could play. I'm just gonna watch you play," and he does a lot of DPS, and it literally took 15 minutes to just get into a game.
If this was a guy, though, 15 minutes between a game, if he's just hanging out at your house, you're watching him play.
15
not minutes
bad.
is something you could be doing something in those 15 minutes,
exactly.
you know?
Yeah.
You can do a lot of things.
But see, that's the thing. I mean, like, that's the thing, though.
Scrambled egg.
No one wants to wait 15 minutes, so they have a tiered priority list for how they get you a match. And sometimes
what sucks, though,
you end up getting against bad matches.
What sucks sometimes is I'm trying to find a match and I get matched instantly, which is awesome, and then I get in and the game is literally 10 seconds from being over.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, really?
Somebody either lost a connection, left, and I'm coming in and I'm like, and then I see like, oh, and then I'm going and it just says defeat, and I was like,
defeat.
Okay.
Welcome. You lose.
And the thing is, like, how is the wait time 15 minutes, or how is it that like they make you join a game so late when I'm sure the player base is huge for DBD, right? So
well,
it depends on Xbox. Apparently, it's a lot smaller than on PC.
So
I'm doing Overwatch. I don't do Dead by Daylight. I don't do zombies. I don't do zombies.
You don't do what?
I don't do dead things.
Horror.
I don't do dead things. But in Overwatch, sometimes. Yeah, I mean,
You speak for me and you both.
We don't do dead things.
Did anybody say
necrophiliacs over here?
I don't know about BigSteak or Duo, but I don't do dead things either.
BigSteak eats dead things.
I just want to bring it out there, guys.
It's just going.
You gotta be living to get with the Cooster.
Hey,
It's just like all these things that we're talking about right now. It's just like, including the smurfing. It's just like at the end of the day, like it's all
just
about
a game.
having fun. No, it's
Yeah.
not even
Yeah.
just. It's all about having fun.
Yeah, but I mean,
We're
like,
not even having fun at the end of the day.
yeah, but I
Like,
mean,
what's
if you're
the point?
if you're smurfing and destroying people, you're having fun. They're not having fun,
Yeah.
but you're having fun.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
ruining
you're
the
having fun
competitive
destroying people.
integrity of that game
Yes.
then. So you're
Yeah.
having fun, but the person who's trying to get up to the next rank
Is not.
is not,
having
because they're
a
not
not
playing
as
against
good
someone with
time.
the same skill rating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, if done in a right way, like I said, if you're doing it to practice something that you wouldn't do on your normal account, then
But it's
more
pretty,
power to you.
it's pretty easy for a developer to realize, okay, this is a Smurf account because it has a history. Like, I mean, can you?
You can't unless you can like
You-
look up their IP.
The
But-
problem
mean,
I
totally
have with
can.
it is that I play predominantly played Overwatch on Xbox, and it's easier to make Smurf accounts on Xbox and PlayStation
Yep.
than it is PC because
PC,
you don't
yeah.
have to buy the game again
You just
on
make a
like
new
PC.
account.
You just make a
You
new
just
account,
make
and
a
on
new
Xbox
login.
you just home share, like you can game share it with all the people on that Xbox, and I think it's the same on PlayStation as well. So
Yeah, you
it's
just
like
Super
a
easy.
log in
massive
as a different
Smurf problem
person.
on console.
Yeah, I get that now.
But on PC, you have to buy the game again. Who's going to go out and buy the game? Unless
just
you're...
for a
That's a-
Smurf account.
That's
Well,
a
unless
pretty
you're Rico and you get it cheap on Humble Bundle.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
That's
Got
a
it
pretty
free.
simple fix.
I
thing
told
gotta
Rico to
fix.
buy it on freaking Xbox so we can play.
Yeah.
Facts. Get the X backs.
Get the X back.
Ma, get the X
Get
back.
the meatloaf.
Nah.
The X
Xbox
backs.
round.
The meatloaf!
Nah.
Get that X backs heated up.
No, I just
Ah.
found myself like
Trap
I'm
actually
not-
sent me the craziest
Daddy's
video the
coming
other
to
day.
town.
Of,
Sorry, Fozzie?
Trap sent me the craziest video the other day. Like, I checked my DMs and I had a message and it was from Trap. And it was that guy who, like, screams like that. He's like, Ma, there's a fucking hyena! And he, like, turns the camera around.
Oh,
And
there's
there's
a
a
hyena.
hyena and it's got a
I knew
fucking
it.
hold of, like, I don't even know, I can't even remember what it was. I think it was like a fucking cat or something. And he's like, it's got a fucking cat! Like, I was like, holy
my God.
shit!
yeah, send that to us.
Oh,
I'll have
God.
to find it. Hold on. I'd show it on the stream, but I'm pretty sure it's against TOS.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean,
yeah.
maybe,
probably.
yeah.
Animal on animal, like what is that? Like
I don't know.
Animal on
an animal hate
animal.
crime.
Oh,
Well, it's a
what are you,
hyena with a cat.
Well, Duo, what,
Well, yeah,
what
that's
kind of
just the
videos you
chain of
watching?
life.
It's
I
a
can't
chain of life,
remember the
but I mean,
guy's
like,
name, but
It's the circle of life. Yeah, there you go, Leah.
Chain
We
of
said it at
life.
the same time. The chain of life. The two chains of life.
The two
Two
chains of life.
life.
Two chains.
Two chains of life.
You know, it's like
man.
the chain. It's a chain, and it's linked like that.
Like
and,
that.
And yeah,
Two chains
And-
of life.
Two chains
keep
of life.
going in a
the
circle.
chains. The chains.
The chains.
You gotta link them through the hole.
Oh, do you want me to go up
Up and over.
Exactly what I
or
mean.
down?
You gotta reach around.
You gotta
You
reach
gotta-
out.
I mean,
gotta-
wait.
Yeah.
Read.
You gotta
I think
reach
up
around.
is more effective in my experience.
Yeah.
every woman's different, or every guy. I've never fingered a guy's butthole, so I don't know what a guy likes, but
Well, make
every
sure you
woman's
cut
different
your
in
nails.
my...
Famous last
always-
words.
Famous
Famous
last
Cut your nails and always go this way.
Oh,
So
my
if you're
lord.
facing them, this way. Okay.
Sex tips. Welcome to
That's
the
where your prostate
FozCast.
is.
Welcome to the
This
FozCast.
way.
Sex tips with Uncle
Sex
Rico.
tips 101. Let's
So
go.
why didn't you put educational on the tag?
You should put educational.
Should we
You'll
put that
learn
as one
things
of the
here, yeah.
redeems? One of the things I can redeem?
What?
Sex
A
tips?
sex tip from
Sex
Rico.
tips from
A tip from Rico.
just the tip from
Just
Rico.
the tips.
Just the
We should have a segment called Just the Tips. Actually, when back in the day when me and Duo,
Just the Tips
and
Thursday.
a bunch of us had like an old school podcast, just audio only. I'm like, and it was all video games. We were talking about like segments. I'm like, we should have a segment on tips, like game tips, and call it Just the Tips.
Just the tips.
Hard
Just the
tips.
Hard
Just-
tip.
Yeah.
Just hard tips.
Yeah, just tips. Yeah, so if you're coming from behind, don't go this way. You gotta go this way.
I don't know what that even.
Don't worry, Leah. I knew what you meant.
You mean if they're laid on the
Thank-
front?
There you go.
If you're coming from,
Yeah.
yeah, got you.
If you're coming
Gotcha.
from there, you always gotta make sure that you're facing. So if you're, this is
Why
the
is
back,
Leah going into more?
right?
This is really important to Leah.
Okay.
PSA to all men.
She's got to make sure everyone knows.
She's had too
Oh,
many
okay.
bad fingers, I'm telling you right now, and she's like broadcasting it to the world.
Clip
Bad
your goddamn
experiences.
nails, guys.
Well, yeah, of
Your
course.
nails.
That
clips.
probably hurts. Noise.
She's reliving.
She's
Now-
having Vietnam
reliving.
flashbacks of that
Yeah,
one
exactly.
guy who did it
PTSD.
so bad. She's just there like,
Speaking of
I'm
Vietnam,
literally
I'm not
over
gonna
here
say
like-
anything more.
Oh my god. Yeah, PTSD from bad experiences.
Yeah, literally. I'm just like, can you stop? Clip your nails. Thanks. let's take 5. Let's take 5, everybody.
oh lordy.
Yeah.
We said things would get lewd at some point.
Hey.
At some
Still
point. I
educational.
think it started lewd.
Hold on, let me see if I can find this video. Jazzy's just told me who it is in the chat.
Yeah, I just read that. Just read that.
More
Where's the one with
Yeah.
the freaking hyena?
We'll be back in 2 seconds.
Yeah, no worries.
Oh,
I think
okay.
I'm gonna go to lunch
2
also.
seconds is all it takes.
So remember,
2 seconds is all it takes.
remember, if
We'll be
you're
right
coming
back.
from behind, you go this way.
I think
That
Rico
way,
has to
yes.
head out soon, don't you, Rico?
Yeah, I gotta head out in a bit.
That's okay.
No, Rico, you're not allowed.
I'll be right back then.
I don't know if you guys want to carry on and I can just hide all the sources for Rico, or if you want to call it here, I don't mind.
I'm here. I'm still
We
here.
can keep going.
Hi,
I
BigSteak.
let Scribs know.
We're
that,
just getting to the good bit, to be honest. Leah's
Yeah.
got into the good stuff now.
Listen,
Holy Lord.
All you love.
it's technically after 10. We can talk
shit.
about this now. It's Foz casting couch after dark.
The Fonz.
The
This one,
fonts
you
after
said that
dark.
one's not TOS, Jazz? We're gonna go for a little. We're gonna go on a little break here while Duo's away.
Breaky break.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
try and
Breaky.
I'm gonna try and get
Breaky.
this up on the stream. Hold on.
Achy breaky heart.
This video. There's one where like that hyena fucks that cat up. Oh Jesus Christ! I hate when you go to the Twitch homepage and there's some like random fucking. I don't want to use the word, but thought, like a really high pitched voice,
Thought.
just
That
fucking
hoe over there.
screaming.
You're not supposed to call Rico that.
Yeah, can you?
He
can
says
we
he's not a Twitch thought.
I'm not a Twitch thought. I am a Twitch
Even though
thought.
I
sorry.
followed him because he was a Twitch thought.
Jazz, can you send that link to the chat again, please? Because I've missed it. It won't let me copy and paste it through
Stop
OBS.
screaming, Rico.
Stop screaming,
Stop
Rico.
Screaming, Rico.
Stop screaming,
Stop
Rico.
screaming.
Right, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this, but we'll try it.
I mean, I'll
Does the
watch
URL
it
start
on
with
my end.
Pornhub.com?
Pornhub.
I need to add a display capture, I think.
Oh my god.
Look at that butt.
cat.
That ass.
You guys can see that?
I'm not.
No, I'm
not
watching
looking
it
at
on
yet.
my phone.
Ma, the fucking cat! Fucking cat's back!
What's that?
Shit's creepy as fuck.
So weird.
Shit's Creek. What?
It looks real weird.
I really need to get like a little section on the stream where I can put YouTube videos in. Like a window, another window capture. I wonder if I can do
Window
that.
to the wall.
If you guys, Rico and BigSteak, if you guys can't like see it, look at this. Look at this. Look at this fucking scary ass cat.
Oh yeah, the scary
Oh,
cat.
I remember
Isn't
that.
yeah,
Yeah, I remember
he's a
that.
comedian. He kept it's
Yeah,
his mom's
comedian.
cat or something.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. There's one video
Yeah.
where there's a hyena
That's so
like
funny.
right outside his fucking house.
No, but it's his family's cat. Yeah.
And this hyena like eats I don't even know. I can't even remember what animal it is, but it eats like a fucking like really small. I think it's a squirrel like outside the house.
Oh,
And he's like, "Ma, there's a fucking hyena. Call the cops."
oh my god.
No, I think it's what is his name? Adam Rappaport? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Rappaport.
Yeah, and it's just him. It's his family cat, and it's just like his cat's fucking weird looking. And it's just like let's just roll with it.
He's got like that New Yorker. I think he's like a New Yorker accent.
Yeah, Michael Rappaport. That's it.
That fucking like Italian Boston. I don't even know what accent it is, but
It's just East
I
Coast
love how you
American.
said New York and you were just like Italian Boston.
Yeah.
Jazz, do you want to top me up if you're not busy, please? Well, I'm
Love
just
you,
like
Jazz.
top me up. No, okay, I'll go get it myself.
Is that a British sex thing?
Top me up. I'll top Jazzy up later.
I think she says no.
Right, I'll be right back. You get to see my fine ass in sweatpants because Jazzy won't go and get me a drink.
She won't
Let me
get
see,
you a
is it
drink.
apple bottom jeans?
Boots. Oh, yeah, that ass.
Ooh.
Someone clip that ass.
He didn't
Someone
pause
clip
though.
that.
He didn't pause.
Clip it.
I wanted a little twerking, but hey.
So
guys-
Rico, you're playing Subnautica now. What do you plan on playing in the future? Do you have any? Oh, you're still playing Tokyo Mirage, no? Or did you beat
Yeah,
it?
I'm playing Tokyo Mirage. No, I'm like almost from someone
Cut
that
out
came
there.
in my stream. So I gotta finish that. I got Mega Man Zero coming up soon. That's the next game I'm probably gonna get.
Playing Animal Crossing with me.
Yeah, of course.
Perfect.
And playing some Monster Hunter on PC, and then playing some Monster Hunter on Xbox, and then playing some Monster Hunter on PS4.
Speaking of Smurf
three
accounts,
different days, 3 different consoles.
Speaking of Smurfs, but it's not
I was
really a
gonna
Smurf.
Are you're playing Monster Hunter with Scribs? You're playing Monster Hunter with Leah and Andy, and then you're playing and Jazzy, I think too. No.
And
And then
Emma.
I'm playing Monster
Emma.
Hunter to pleasure myself.
Yeah, there's
That
that.
big chug there from Fozzie.
Yeah.
Big swig.
A swig. Oh, I love a swig. Such an English
Yeah.
word.
Mm-hmm.
Wing.
What about you, Leah? You're playing Dragon Ball
What else
now.
am I playing?
There's one
Yeah,
thing
I'm playing
actually.
Dragon Ball.
That would
I've got a lot of games on tap right now. Like,
On tap.
yeah, on tap.
Do you think you're going to finish Dragon Ball by the time
Animal Crossing
comes out? It's like March 20th, no?
Swear to God, I hope so.
None of us has talked about like two of my highly anticipated games,
Which is what?
The Last of Us Part 2 and
Oh.
Cyberpunk. Like,
Yeah, but Last
those
of
are gonna
Us
be-
2 involves zombies, so
It's
that's
not-
not a game
no.
I'm
Oh,
playing.
Cyberpunk.
God.
But like that's not
Cyberpunk
immediate.
looks
That-
That's
really
like
cool, though.
September now, right? Delayed
Yeah,
again.
Yeah, I got
Wait.
pushed back.
Yeah.
Like I thought you guys were just talking about like games that are coming up. Like
No, well, we were asking. I asked before if you were anticipating any games. She said Animal Crossing,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah,
said, "What
that's-
was it? Blood Edge."
Bleeding Edge.
Bleeding Edge.
Bleeding Edge.
Yeah.
The beta's the
And
closed
then-
beta for it's actually tomorrow. Comes out
Oh,
in
really?
March, I think.
Did you get into that closed beta?
Yep. Anyone
Oh,
who's got
nice.
Game Pass gets
Oh.
into it because it's going
Really?
to be on Game Pass.
You're gonna stream the shit out of that?
Mm.
I'm hoping so. Yeah. I'm
Nice.
gonna play a couple of games offline, see if I like it.
Was
Okay.
it Bleeding
Yeah,
Edge
Yeah,
again?
that's true.
It's made by the Devil May Cry people. You said,
And Hellblade, yes. Is it? I
Yeah.
can't remember her name.
and it's like
so
a,
often.
it's a squad-based shooter.
It's like
yeah,
a squad
shooter.
shooter forward slasher.
Slash,
From what I can
sort
see.
of similar to
Mm.
Overwatch.
Okay.
Wait, if it's on Xbox Game Pass,
Yep.
You have it too, Leah.
then
Then I have it too.
Dude,
I play it on PC.
It's a beta.
It is
It's a
I don't know if
closed
it's
beta.
on the PC, but there's a closed beta for it tomorrow. I think anyone who's got Game Pass can play the beta tomorrow.
It's
from
game.
what I can
It's
see.
Xbox or PC.
yeah, but
I think it's going to be on
is it-
both, but I don't know because Ultimate gives you PC games and Game Pass Ultimate gives you games on PC and Xbox.
Okay.
Is it like similar to Hellblade though, where it's a little
Schizophrenic.
like yeah.
No, it's just
I
fucking.
doubt that.
It looks like absolute fucking carnage, like Overwatch,
Okay.
but only like four.
But like no zombies, no.
No, it's quite
Okay, then
cartoony
I'm down.
actually.
Oh, perfect! I'm down.
As long as
'Cause,
it's
like,
cartoon.
Cause like if I because I know Devil May Cry is good. I've seen a couple of people play it. I actually bought the trilogy pack, the first three, and then I have Devil May Cry 5 on Game Pass.
Yeah.
So
I
eventually that's
personally
on my
never
list
liked
too.
them.
You didn't like it?
I personally never liked them.
I feel like
Really?
Devil May Cry
games?
5
The reboot one.
The reboot is
The
nice.
reboot one was actually pretty decent.
But people hated it. He looks so weird. Dante
Whatever.
looks like a fucking, I don't know, I guess,
Emo.
a hipster, emo, whatever.
Emo rocker guy.
Maybe not hipster. Yeah, but emo kind of guy. But anyway, the new Devil May Cry looks fucking awesome, and I feel like this game is super underappreciated. Like, no one talked about it that much.
Maybe. I mean, some of those
Devil
old
May Cry
PS2
5,
games
right?
were
There was a
pretty
lot of
Because
talk about
it
it.
looked real
Really?
good.
Yeah, I like.
I must be out of it.
I had like people like
Must
be
posting
out
like
of it.
freaking people
Big
posting
Steak's like, I didn't get the
100
memo.
Yeah, like
Was I on
100
the email
combo.
list?
It's like, I remember when the old Devil May Cry came out, that was like the talk
Yeah,
of the
big shit.
town.
Yeah, but that
Oh
was
yeah,
like back
that
in
was
PS2,
the
man.
shit.
Yeah, but still, man,
PS2.
what difference does it make?
We're 2 fucking generations past
Who
that.
cares? The hype
Hey,
was
I
real
still have
back
my
in the day.
PlayStation 2. I'm
I
like
still
ready to
have
hook
Devil
it up
May
to
Cry.
a VGA to
I still own
HDMI
it.
to just stream
Exactly.
like PlayStation 2 games for the rest of my life. I'm just a retro streamer now.
Should be.
Yeah.
What do you guys consider retro? You know, random question here.
PS2 could be
PS1.
considered retro. PS1, PS2.
Really?
PS1 and under.
I mean, retro. Okay, if you're talking about retro, like the category retro on Twitch, then it's anything that is more or less 16-bit or under.
Yeah.
Anything that's been made
20 years
into
ago.
a mini version of it.
No,
So
because PS1 was made into a midgie. I don't know. See, the thing is, I think retro, it's like 20 years or something like that.
I think it's subjective to who you ask as well.
It is. It's completely subjective.
I was born in 1996, so retro to me is like a GameCube. But if I ask someone who's like 10 years older than me,
Some us.
yeah,
The thing is,
exactly.
The thing is, if you're going by actual, it's supposed to be 20 years from the start date. So technically, GameCube and PS2 aren't because they were within the last 20 years.
Yeah. So
It's like another
I
10 years
grew
with
up with
PS2.
PS1 and PS2, so
I know,
Yeah.
but going by dates, like if you look up the term retro, it should have a date to it. It should be something like 20 or 30 years from the time that we are right now. Anything past that is retro.
I mean, yeah, for me, my definition of my own like games that are retro to me would be things that are on PlayStation 1. So anything that is more than one disc to play.
Well, technically, PS1 would be over 20 years, so it should be
Yeah,
considered
well,
retro.
yeah, but it's been my retro for the past like 5 years.
Okay.
So I mean, it'd
Yeah.
still be under, but same thing. But like,
For me, oh, sorry.
you know, no,
For me,
it's
retro is whatever you played when you were growing up. It's as simple as that.
for me
So, like,
that was
that's-
PS1 and PS2.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that
So for
should
us, it would be Super Nintendo.
It's retro. Like when I say retro, I almost mean nostalgic in that, like, you know, it brings back these
Yeah.
memories. Like of
Me playing
growing
Dragon Ball
up
Z
and-
Kakarot is super retro.
Yeah, totally.
dude, my flashbacks from that whole friggin', oh my god, all the feels,
Do you
all
wanna
the
borrow
feels
it?
came
Yeah, I
back.
can borrow it. Sure, why not?
Big Steak's gonna play Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
Maybe not right away. I
You
kind of
need to.
let's be honest. I mean, like, BioShock is coming out.
Yeah, it's free.
It's
Right
free
now,
on
you can download it.
PSN,
already
Oh,
did.
and I kind of want to revisit that. All of BioShock.
Wolfenstein Youngblood is coming out on Game Pass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can do some co-op
Came
shit.
out. It was supposed to come out
we
today
can co-op.
with Final Fantasy 15.
Hey,
Podcast
I've
question,
seen
bad players in
gameplay.
Overwatch?
Rico
That question?
Co-opster.
I don't know how I feel about
Mika, can you
Youngblood.
Yeah.
can you elaborate?
RicoCooster.
Yeah.
What?
Mecha's like primarily an Overwatch streamer, by the way, which is why he's asking us like loads of
So
questions
much
about.
Overwatch
No,
questions.
that's fine.
players.
Yeah.
Bad players in Overwatch.
Yeah, but I need an elaboration. What do you mean by bad
Yeah, like-
players?
Yeah,
Like throwers?
Me,
we
I'm
thinking
I'm a
throwers?
bad player in Overwatch.
Question
That's
answered.
because
Big
you
Steak.
haven't played much.
Yeah, I
And
haven't
that's
played that
really
much either.
bad. But it's not
Yeah.
like you come into a game to just troll and tank your game.
yeah.
That if it's going into a game just
That's a very
to
broad question.
actively
They
troll
elaborated.
and like
All
make the
all
team
people
lose,
sucking
I'm
on
not about
Overwatch, so everyone sucks at Overwatch.
That's like
that.
that's like
What are
Everybody
my thoughts? Y'all
Yeah.
are trash. There, that's my thought.
Everyone-
We're all
everyone-
trash.
Get
everyone
good,
needs-
motherfucker.
Exactly. Everyone just needs to get good. I'm the only
So
person.
most
Fucking
of
get
the
good.
people, like most people's mentality in Overwatch is that I'm the best. I
Like
never
Toronto
make
Defiant, get good.
They're like,
London
I'm
Spitfire,
the
get
best.
good.
I never make mistakes. It's
all
not
my-
my.
everyone
It's not
else's
my.
fault.
Yeah, it's not my fault that I can't
You
rank
know,
up. It's just
yeah,
my
last
teammates are
semester-
always shit.
Last semester in school,
Yeah.
I took a class on critical thinking, the philosophy class about just that like analysis, right? Basically, and thinking critically, and that is one of those like argumentative fallacies, because like basically blaming everyone else when something could be your fault, or whenever something goes right, it's all you, nothing else.
Yeah, exactly.
Two big fallacies in critical thinking.
People who think like that are usually sociopaths. Like
if you
fucking
think everything is wrong and you're right, then you're the one that's wrong.
Not necessarily. You can still be right. You can still be right. It depends on this. It depends on what
For the
you're
most
talking about.
part, if you're like complaining about like mechanics and blah 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 and this and that, and it's constant, it's everyone else's fault, then like chances are you're just maybe not good at the game.
You've got to
like,
think it's relative to the conversation, like the subject or the conversation, because you could have two engineers that work completely different, but as long as they get to the same outcome
Conclusion.
or the same fit, that's all that matters. One might be slightly longer than the other, and it might take one person.
Longer is better, as what they say.
and it's funny because the way you say like every player who plays Overwatch basically thinks they're God, and I'm over here like I'm an okay diva, but like
People are not self-aware.
Yeah, exactly.
that is very true. I've worked in retail long enough to know that people suck.
It's like me. If I play Call of Duty, right, and I go against the average player in a lobby that I just randomly queue against at any given point, I could think that could make me feel like I'm a god, right?
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I know, in my mind, I know that if I come against a person who plays this game professionally for a living and scrims it for 12, 15 hours a day, they're gonna fucking destroy me. There's no two ways of thinking about that, you know? You can't. I mean, I might win the odd 1v1 fight, 1 in 10, but I'm not. They're going to destroy me. There's no two ways about that, and that's the problem with Overwatch, is that people don't want to see their own faults, and that's why they won't progress. That's why they'll never get any better.
So my dad told me this story once. He was playing chess against some chess champion, and my dad suicides his queen. And the other guy was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He was so confused that my dad actually beat him. And then they had a rematch, and my dad got demolished. But that first game where he just did like some batshit crazy strategy confused the guy so much that he ended up winning. Like,
I was watching,
and he was probably like, "I'm the best chess champion right now."
I was watching this really interesting video. I think it must be on YouTube. It's about this one guy who is like a Super Smash Brothers melee player, and he's like in the top 5, but he can never crack like the top ones, the number 1 spot for tournaments. He was always like number 2 or below, and like for him to get good, it really took like analyzing the opponent's like gameplay, and then like picking, like it's like a sport. It's a pure sport. It's like you're analyzing exactly how they play, and like okay, so like he started getting better versus one person in the top 5, but then they started sucking. So like it was a new number 1 that he was against, and he could not read him at all, and he just started like blowing
so
his
he
like
spent all that time preparing for one person,
only
and then
to
that
be
guy fell out of sorts. That's just it.
I was talking to Fozzie about that because he started playing Street Fighter V, right? And it's like competitive gaming.
Man,
like I played League of Legends for like 4 years.
You have like 2 rounds to read that person and figure them out. And
but
if you don't pick up on them fast enough, that's it. You lose.
That's it.
The thing with that is though, like I was telling you in your stream, it's like each fighting. Of course, you're always fighting a different player, but the same characters tend to fight the same way, even if they're a different person. So at least that helps. But the more reps you get at a certain character, the more you'll be able to handle that character because you kind of know what their moves are. You kind of know what their
more or
combos
less.
are. They're good combos, and they're gonna generally tend to do those more often than not.
And it's interesting, actually, the way you say about how they think you have to have like an introspection, like deep look at what you're doing that to improve. And it's funny you say that because that happens a lot with streaming. It's like sometimes you get into a thing and be like, I deserve more people. Like, why aren't people coming to me? And it's like, you gotta look at what you're doing and be actually and not be like, no, this is good. No, this is good. No, this was great. But like actually, you know, take your time and be like, okay, I wasn't connecting with my audience here. Like, how can I do that better? You know, like that's, and I think that in general would just be in what you do, regardless streaming, whatever
Life.
game you're playing, work, like everything.
Life is just about adapting, like understanding that like things are never gonna stay the same, and you can't stay or stick with the old times. You just it's all about adapting. And I agree with you like wholeheartedly. It's exactly like that in games and in life. Yeah,
you
got a couple
can't
of
be
good
scared
questions.
to actually look at yourself in a critical way without being a jerk to yourself. Which is a hard line because you're like, wow, I look like trash. But that's not really constructive. It's more like, well, I don't look as professional here as I would like to. How can I fix that? As opposed to just be like, you know.
Sometimes, like, I guess you're bringing up the point of streaming, I guess. Like, this is what I'm...
yes.
But like, it's hard to be very critical.
Anything in life.
It's hard to be critical in terms of streaming because, like for me personally, this is all new to me. Like, I have nothing. I have no analog.
There's also
but I mean, you can look at your videos. You can look at other people's videos and see what they're doing right and what you're doing wrong, or something like that, and see how you can apply some things they're doing to your own stream. To
the thing is, like, okay, I want to tell you guys in my situation. I don't think it just lies solely on your ability to stream. I've seen like great streams where there's no like personality and such. I've seen like great streams where they're just like 2 or 3 people like watching, and they're not affiliate or anything at all, but they're like, it's great fun watching them. Or people like okay, so like in our sense, it's like certain streamers that we know right now, they've got amazing content, and then compared to someone who's like affiliate who has like 2,000 views all the time, they have like totally shit content. Like I like me, I've been doing this for 4 years, like 4 years now. I've only gotten growth last year. So like February going on, that would be like the time when I'm like, okay, fine, I'll start getting better. Like I was talking to Duo about this when I started going like, maybe I should start pushing for more views and stuff. Like I was just playing, they're just like doing the same thing. I'm literally doing the same thing I've been doing for 4 years. The only difference is I got a green screen now, and
that's it.
The biggest difference, Rico,
is that now he doesn't have a job and he's much happier.
Rico's just said something though exactly that I've like maybe the last week I've been saying is that people who deserve the recognition on this platform don't get it, and the people who don't deserve it are usually the ones who suck the most dick. Who sit in
but I mean, like, you can't think like that though.
To put it in business terms.
Yeah, but you can't think like that though. I mean, like that's just like
if you want to do this as a job, right? That's what you have to do. You have to get on your knees. You have to get your knees red. You have to suck the right dicks, right?
I mean,
but Foz, you've already done that.
If you go in someone's chat and your only intention to go in that chat is to get something back, like reciprocation. Expecting that person to come back to your stream, I don't care what anyone says, you're a piece of shit. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Just watch people you enjoy, blow their chat up for an hour. Yeah. Don't open fucking 10 tabs and be like, oh, I'm here lurking, here's some false support, I'm sucking your dick. No, don't fucking do that shit. Because everyone sees real people see right through it, right? And I will say it. If you come in my chat and you're like, you literally hit the live button and then you come in my chat and you go, oh, I'm coming in with a lurk right as you go live. I'm like, yeah, you're fishing for a raid when I'm done, dude. Fuck off. Seriously, just fuck off. And I will call people out on it. I've done it in the past. Like, the other night, I called someone out on my stream, and I was like, I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't care who I upset. I don't care who you believe. Yeah, Big Easy's just called someone out exactly who does that in the chat, but I do get salty about that shit. If all that, like, if your only intention when you come in my stream is what you're gonna get out of it later, like, I hate the word, but like modern day clout. If you think I'm gonna give you, like, all you care about is how many viewers I'm gonna give you after I'm done with a raid, then fuck you. And if you sit in my chat and constantly remind me you're lurking, I'm just gonna be like, hell no, fuck off.
But like, people that do that, it's like, oh, I'm still here, by the way.
Yeah. Fuck off.
To extend your point, why would like you ever think of raiding someone like that in the first place? Because like there's no value to like raid that person. Like, who are you, basically? Like, I'd rather raid someone I know, or like we were talking about, raid someone that I don't know at all. Like, why would there be any?
Well, I don't tend to raid someone I don't know completely.
I raid like friends.
Stuff a little bit,
but Fozzie was saying it's really interesting to raid someone you just don't know for the sake of like.
Yeah, I was saying this about a week ago, that like, it's nice to just go through the directory and take a chance on someone with 0 viewers.
For sure.
Sometimes it falls flat on its face, and you'll raid this random person, and you'll raid them, and they won't read their chat for like 15 minutes.
Yeah,
and by that point,
I know, it was just kind of disappointing, right?
This raid's a shit show, but like, I don't know if you guys know Versus Doctor. He's a Street Fighter streamer. I'll shout him out in the chat. Like, I just joined his community recently, and he joined mine through, like, he's someone I raided randomly playing Street Fighter. The guy's a legend, and you know, I only met him through taking a chance and raiding someone with like 2 viewers playing Street Fighter. And now we actually support each other, going in each other's chat all the time, you know?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, like, after I beat Sekiro, I was literally, I had like a crave to just watch some. And like, I went through the stream directory. I went into one channel, seemed kind of boring. I left. I went to another one, and then I ended up becoming friends with this guy. He doesn't stream anymore, but I mean, like, we're still friends. And he's an awesome dude. It was a Discontent Penguin. He stopped streaming, but he's an awesome dude. I love that guy.
He just completely stopped streaming?
Yeah, stuff's going on in his life and shit, so he's not streaming anymore. But I mean, like, he was an awesome dude. But I mean, like, the thing is, I didn't rate him. I was looking through the directory to find people, but I have rated him, but.
What are your guys' take?
We've missed a few.
That's how you found scripts?
We've missed a few questions, by the way. Sorry to go.
I know there were some good questions actually.
We've got thoughts on coronavirus.
What the next game is?
We've got thoughts on coronavirus.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to answer that.
We're not going to talk about that because that's kind of.
I had Chinese food tonight.
We're drinking Coronas.
Corona, man.
We're drinking Coronas.
Unofficial sponsor YouTube. Don't ban the video, please.
I know it says anything goes, but does this look like a fucking medical podcast?
Do we look qualified?
These guys might be Asian, but it doesn't mean they've got a medical degree.
Like,
does this person look qualified to you?
Fozzie, we're outnumbered.
Yes, you're very outnumbered.
We're outnumbered, yeah. If a game is done, how do you decide what the next game is? I'm guessing that's in terms of streaming.
Just because,
that's an interesting question.
Filipinos fill your hospital with
and then there's one more. What was the
Filipinos?
What was the game that you loved the most over the last year of streaming?
Sorry, what?
What was the game you liked the most out of the last year of streaming?
I've only streamed for 5 months.
Okay, what was the game you liked the most?
Sekiro. No matter how much I hate Sekiro during the time that I was playing it, like the hatred and like the anger it like drove me. And especially like near the end of the game, because like I was kind of like in the end of the game, I wanted to finish before I went on a trip on my vacation.
Okay. So this isn't about my favorite game, but this is adding to what Rico's saying. Sorry to interrupt. Out of all the games I've watched you play through, Sekiro was definitely my favorite as a viewer. And someone that consumed your content.
It was my favorite.
And not just the rage, but I felt like I was so invested in watching you beat that game that when you finally beat it, like, it was like I was on the ride with you watching you beat that fucking game the whole time. Like, every time you streamed it, I had to tune in because I needed to see what happened next, whether you were going to beat it, whether you were going to put the controller down and call it for the night. Like, I just had to know. Like,
Yeah,
like-
but you wanted to be there and be part of it.
Exactly.
Like Rico,
Yeah,
I felt that.
What's funny is like when we were playing Sekiro, that was like when we more or less met you
Yes,
Like, it was,
basically.
like, back
Like
in-
that
like,
was during
back
the
in
time we were
June.
like,
last year.
yeah,
'cause
June.
Rico,
Like,
he tried so hard and he got so far, but in the end,
It didn't
It
really
didn't
matter.
even matter. I actually really need to pee.
That's
I'm not
just
going to lie.
Hysterical.
I
You
had
guys
to,
keep the
and you know, I
conversation
had to
going.
fall to give it all.
What did he say?
He said he's gonna go pee. We can keep going if you want.
okay,
But yeah, like Sekiro basically was that game. Like no matter like I talked shit on it during the time I was playing it, but not only during that time it kind of like cemented how I am as a streamer and like what kind of content and what kind of niche that I'm gonna be like people are gonna be watching on me. It also like I had a lot of fun playing it.
It was a fantastic game. It was going to be my
was,
pick
like,
too.
Yeah,
I mean,
Honestly-
good game of the year. So
Yeah.
For me, I mean, I never played Sekiro,
it was.
and
I
now
actually
that I'm-
was the one that rigged the game of the year on the Game Award.
Oh, that was you.
To
Okay,
make
that
Sekiro.
seemed fair. That seems fair.
Serico game.
Serico.
Rico. I think the one I really enjoyed playing the most for the past 5 months might really be Kakarot, actually. Because that's the one I really like, even when I was dead tired, I really, really wanted to play. But I had to stop myself and be like, if I'm not streaming, I can't play this game.
Mhm.
So for me, it is currently Kakarot. I mean, Final Fantasy 12 was fun. It was fun. Made me angry, but it was fun. And Goose Game was super fun.
It's too
Got
short.
really toxic on that, but it was very fun.
Oh man, I really wanted to stream
Toxic.
Goose Game, but everyone was
Dude.
streaming it, so like I didn't
No,
want to
Goose Game
like.
was amazing.
Yeah,
I loved
everyone's
it.
streaming Kakarot now anyway.
Yeah, that's why I'm not
Just
playing.
stream
it.
whatever you want to.
That's why you're not playing it, Rico.
That
Well,
was just
there's
like-
also the fact that I can't play
Because
fucking Krillin.
Going back into because you can't play Krillin. Going back into Kev's question, then what? Or even no, but wait. First off, Fozzie and then BigSteak, answer like what was your favorite game that you streamed so far?
Oh Jesus,
Oh,
it's very tough.
come on.
I want to
like
say Detroit Become Human.
Yeah,
my favorite
Detroit
game
Become
that I
was-
watched. The favorite game that I watched Big Steak playing was Spider-Man.
So I was gonna say Spider-Man.
I want to say that because like Big Steak for a long time, for the longest time, he hasn't been playing video games at all.
Yeah.
So like I got to see someone who's like who used to play video games. Like this guy, like he has a Sega at his mom's place
Yeah.
and like the Genesis, and we used to vibe on that.
Yeah.
And like in school and
hype.
stuff. And then we were like talking about like everyone was on that Nintendo dick.
Nintendo dick.
And we were talking about
And
the
so, like-
X-Men 2 and the
Yeah,
Sonic.
X-Men 2, we were
It was
playing.
so good.
And then he came over, we played some fucking Ninja Turtles on the Sega, not the Turtles in Time.
No.
and some Contra and shit. So like
I loved
For a long
watching you
time.
play Spider-Man.
I appreciate
for a long
that.
time he
I
wasn't
really enjoyed
playing. He
Spider-Man.
wasn't playing. And then like the first time he put it up, he's just like it's like a baby, like just trying to walk. And then you're like watching it. It's like, come on, Big Steve.
You can do
You
it.
can do it.
So
you
off,
can kick him in the face.
off topic, when it comes
I
to
love
like
it.
streaming, don't be like the cliche here that's like, oh, I don't care about numbers and whatnot. Does like, say if you was like me, I play COD a lot, right? And then if I was to switch to another game like Dead by Daylight and I only had like 3-4 viewers the whole time, would that affect if you would play that game on stream again?
Depends if you're
It
having fun or
affected
not.
me.
Yeah, because like,
That's-
for me,
Yeah,
Like,
it's like
flat
to
out.
me, like I have to have fun with the game. That's why I always switch games.
We're
Like you
just
see
talking
me like,
about
Switch.
like what your favorite game you've streamed is. Like, I hate the fact that I've streamed so much Call of Duty in this last like 2 months.
You hate it
it's-
though? Why are you doing it?
No, I mean,
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't hate the game. I mean, I hate the fact that that's the only
It's the
game I
only
stream because
game-
that's the only game
yeah.
I enjoy.
Yeah.
It's like such a generic, basic
So
game.
then why do you hate that? That's why you're streaming.
Stream what you enjoy.
Because he
Like,
feels like he wants to stream other things, but
Yeah, I feel like
it's the only
people
thing that makes him happy.
get sick of just seeing COD all the time. I
No,
enjoy
man,
playing
you're
Street
gonna get-
Fighter as well. Don't
That's
get
what
me
we
wrong.
are, right? At the end
Yeah.
of the day, we're variety streamers, so we should stream a variety
Whatever.
of content.
But if
Which is,
Fozzie is Fozzie is mainly doing competitive stuff and he's
Yeah.
streaming Call of Duty, that's what he's doing and that's what he enjoys.
Yeah.
That's who you
Yeah.
want to attract.
Yeah.
You want to attract the
Mhm.
people
like
that are
want to
like-minded
watch
to
that,
you.
Yeah.
so sometimes I have this issue, like people come follow me and then like I'm playing a certain game. Like when I was playing Danganronpa, the first one, like I had a
I
lot
wanna
of fun with
watch
it. And then I'm like, I need a break from that for a bit.
That's
Well, you
happened
played
to me
that
with games as
hardcore
well,
for like
though.
50
For
hours.
like a lot,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I played it
played
because I was like
the-
super into it.
The Batman
and
games.
also like I was just like figuring out the game before the game gave me like surprises as well because I was like
Yeah.
basically pulling a Charlie, going like, fucking, what's his name? What's his name? He's gonna.
That happened to me
yeah,
with
like-
Batman as well. Like, because there was 3 games, so there was like Arkham Asylum, I think it was Arkham Knight, and then Arkham City.
City and Night. But
And
anyways,
then I got into the like the second
How long
game
Game Pass?
before I was like, I got like halfway through the second one. I was like, they all feel the same. The story's fucking getting so boring. Like the first one, the story carried it enough to carry like for me to care enough about the shit combat and stuff. But by the time I was like halfway through the second game, I was like, you know what, I'm not going to play this anymore because I'm not enjoying it, and that's going to reflect on my stream. So I'm just going to pick
Yeah.
a different game to play. And then I moved on to playing the Tomb Raider series, the newest ones, like that trilogy. And the exact same happened with that game. I got like through the first one, finished it, got halfway through the second one, and I was like, the combat just feels the same again. You just get in cover, you poke your head out, you shoot someone, you get back in cover, you poke your head out, you shoot so. And I was like, this is so fucking boring. Like the story wasn't motivating enough to keep me playing it.
That's your big problem, though. You can't play. It's the same with reading books. You can't read like if you have 3 games in a series and they're all released already, and you're trying to play them back to back to back. They're too similar. It's like reading James Patterson forever. If you read 50 James Patterson books, after like the
They're all
5th
the
one,
same.
they're all the fucking same. Like you have to break it up. You need
His
to play
writing
something else. You need to
style
read
doesn't
something
change.
else. Exactly. You need to break it up in order to have a good time. But like I played all 3 Uncharted games like in a row almost because like I had tried to revisit them or whatever. And like after you go through like a little while, like it's a slog because like you're playing the same fucking game over and over again. It just kind of changes the story a little bit, but nothing really changes too much.
We have a wild Oswin on the stream.
We do.
Yay! She just came and chilled.
Hi, Oswin.
So I'm just gonna head out. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
It's
for-
doing
like
the
that.
SpongeBob. You need to just get in your chair, just go right. I'm a head out, and then just walk out. The SpongeBob meme. What's
I
good
hope
about
this
this
doesn't mess
is
up our setup, though.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, we can always do this another week.
Yeah.
And come back
Yeah.
because this was a lot of fun.
I
Yeah, it
can
was a lot of
definitely
Rico,
do
I'd be
if you
down for more.
wanna, if you want to hurry up and quickly get live, we can pass everyone on to you if you want.
Alright, can you type
Sure,
lurking
like,
you
thanks-
in the
thanks.
chat?
Lurking you.
Can you just be like, hey, dropping in for a lurk. Also,
Yeah,
I'm
hold on.
live.
But I can't.
Oh,
do
we
that.
never
My hands are
answered
kind of
Kev's
full.
question though. We never
Okay.
answered
Okay,
Kev's
sorry,
question.
what did Kev say?
I'm your mod. I got you.
You got me.
Quickly, Rico, how
okay.
do you decide what game you're gonna play next?
How do I decide?
of-
Okay. Hi, buddy. You gotta
I
hop
was
off for a
freaking
sec.
joking earlier when I shouted out Jazzy, and then it actually worked. And I was
Yeah,
like,
you're a mod now.
how the hell did I get...
The way Lia actually became a mod is because she was in Rico's stream. She was like, make me a mod, Kappa. So I literally went on my phone, made her a mod, and then she just came back here and didn't realise I'd actually gone and done it.
Because
And then
I
it
don't
worked. She
actually
was
ask
like,
for
what the
mod.
fuck?
Like, I really don't ask for mod. It just happens. Like, when things
She
just
do-
go
it
awry.
does. She just like when the need arises.
Yeah,
she
I'm
takes
just
the
like-
sword.
All right,
Just
Kev.
watching
So,
real quick.
Like
Rico, how do you
Leah
decide what
became
game
a
you're gonna
mod.
play next?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so I usually decide months in advance. Like I'm like, oh, I'm interested in this game. I'll probably put it up, and then I try to figure out like kind of like a schedule with it. some games do pop up, like Tokyo Mirage sessions. Like before, I was like planning on playing Kakarot, but then I'm like, I like anime boobies better. So
Fair point.
I mean,
point.
hey, Dragon Ball Z does have anime
Lots of
boobies.
movies.
but it
Also
doesn't
fair
have
point.
Krillin. It
Does
doesn't
it
have
have
Krillin.
Krillin?
I can't play Krillin, so like that's a
You
deal
don't know
breaker.
that. They
You
have,
can play with
they
Krillin.
have stuff in the PC, like they've data mined
I
stuff in the
do.
PC that they are going to be putting in some of the Dragon Ball Super.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
cool.
wait. If Krillin gets playable, then that's when I'll hop in.
Krillin's
'Cause,
never going to be playable. Get over it.
Right, who hasn't answered Kev's question so far?
No one except for Rico.
No one
Leah,
except for Rico.
how do you decide
But
what
yeah,
game you're
like
gonna play next?
basically,
Leah just
I
looks
kinda
through a
like-
giant backlog and picks from.
Okay, here's the thing. For me, I try really hard to see when what I'm looking for is coming out. So when I was really excited for Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC, I wanted to finish Kingdom Hearts again, play DLC in February. Unfortunately, the DLC is shit, in my opinion. Just my opinion. So I'm not getting that. I'm not wasting $30 for.
Most people's opinion.
I'm not wasting $30 on that. So instead, when Kakarot came out, that was more interesting to me. So I ended up switching and playing that instead of, like, finishing Kingdom Hearts 3. So I'm just going to go back to Kingdom Hearts 3. And by the time Animal Crossing comes back, it's going to be what I'm doing. And then whatever backlog game until Pokemon comes back for June. So because I can't keep buying like games, so
And
I
not
have to
finishing
figure out
them.
what I have exactly,
Yeah, to go
and
back
work
to.
through my games and see what I can do and stuff.
You just like disconnected and reconnected.
Fozzie, you don't switch games too often. But if a new game came out, what would make you play it?
Obviously, I like my fast pace, my competitive games, and
Like Twitch things.
yeah, Twitch
Yeah.
things definitely.
Yeah, the fast
Super
Well,
competitive.
That
For
duo
me,
that
super
did it
competitive.
with Fozzie got really
So-
got really heated.
Before I
And,
started
It turned
streaming,
into a will they won't they.
I think what influenced me into playing like my competitive, like fast-paced shooter games was I'd played shooters before, like COD, like obviously, but they're like your arcadey shooters where you just sprint around and you get in a 1v1 with someone, and then you either die or they do. Right? I'd never played anything that was like really a shooter that was like strategy based, or I'd never played in a team where I was like having to make call outs and actually build techniques and strategies with people. And then I got into Overwatch. I got that game on launch, so I think I've played like 1,500, 2,000 hours in that game. Ever since then, I've just enjoyed like fast-paced shooters and stuff.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Kind of, I've took a lot of games more seriously since then, like shooters and stuff. I like play. Like Apex isn't really competitive to me. I don't think BRs are a good competitive experience because
Yeah.
the way they're ranked and you progress in them as a competitive experience is just like boring to me. And at the end of a game of Apex, there'll be 3 squads left, and then the third party you'll fight each other, and then that last squad just like comes in from nowhere, and then you're dead. Like the minute someone gets killed, they come in, and to me that's kind of boring. I'm trying to get back into it with smaller.
Life's all about timing.
It's true. You got to do what you got to. A win's a win, right? But
Yeah, fair point.
it's kind of why I like COD, because when I'm playing it with like Smaller and Jazzy, and like last night, I don't know if anyone was here. We all used riot shields and knives last night. I don't know if you saw that. And we all just we cornered one guy and we just stabbed him. It was hilarious, but
Oh my god.
that's why I love COD. Like
Out of context, Fozzie. It's like we just took our
Surrounded this guy and started stabbing him.
stabbed him. It was a lot of fun. I had
Amazing.
so much fun stabbing this
But
guy.
I like a game where like a split decision can win or lose you the game, if that makes sense. Like if you fuck up That's it. Like, you would know that loss
It's
is on
on
you.
you.
Because then when
Yeah.
you pull those clutch moments off, or you do something that's like
It's like
insane.
that much more
See, the
awesome.
thing with
Yeah, like
the
So
thing with
that's
Call
why
of Duty though.
I'm hoping Bleeding Edge becomes that game for me.
Is
It
it gonna
looks
give
like,
me that?
Yeah.
yeah, I'm hoping like
Well, hopefully, you're gonna play it tomorrow. If you stream it sometime in the morning or the afternoon, I'm definitely gonna be there.
I'm really hoping that Bleeding Edge can be that game. It looks like one of those moments where, like, that's why I played Rainbow Six Siege since launch. I've only ever streamed that game twice because I kind of like fell out of love with it once he added like so many operators, and some of them just became like fucking stupid in what they could do. So, but I loved Siege when it first came out. Like,
It's only 100 megabytes. Heck yeah, I'm downloading it.
Yeah, the thing about like maybe not Siege, but things like I'm thinking about like Division, and I'm kind of like harking back to the beginning of this conversation. Is like how unfortunate, like I would love to have streamed Division because like
Yeah.
When
Oh
we
my god,
started-
the content we could have
Yeah.
done.
the content we could have done is so good.
Oh my
So
god, the
good.
Barney ass
The
jackets.
party, we would have so many like running gags and stuff.
I
And,
don't
like,
know if you've
most
seen
of
the
them-
Dark Zone in the Division. That was like the
Yeah.
PvP element
Yeah.
of that game. I had
Yeah.
so many fun moments in that game
Yeah.
when it first launched in the Dark Zone. That was hilarious. Like, some of the things you could do to troll people were great. Like, they'd just be putting their loot up on the helicopter and you just throw a nade in and kill like 5 of them. It's insane.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Big Steak, anytime you want to get Division
Division
2,
2.
I'm in.
can-
I got it on PS4.
You already have it.
You know, yeah, I already have it. Vic has
Damn
it. Vic made me get it, and then we don't even play.
Oh no.
Well, we'll
Oh,
get it
no.
soon. It was like $20.
I'm
I
sure you can get it
forgot to
super
get
cheap.
it. We'll get it eventually.
Yeah, if you
Soon.
get it on like really cheap, let's get on that, and then we can put our Barney ass jackets on.
Barney ass jacket. So
Ooh,
like when we
that's
say
gonna be
Barney
good.
ass, when we say Barney
It's
ass,
all
it just means purple.
Yeah, all purple.
Yeah.
But going
That
back to I
clapping
guess
that I
Kev's
do-
question.
Kev's question: how do you decide to
Yeah.
play what
How
game
do
you're
you
gonna play?
decide?
So like how it's tough. Like whatever. Initially, when I started streaming, what I wanted to play is whatever I liked. But like for example, and I hate to throw Stardew under the bus, but the viewership wasn't good for me. So I said, and I was going to continue playing Stardew, but Scribs is like, why are you playing Stardew? It's like, you're always playing Stardew. It's never going to end. Because the way I was going to play a game was pretty much from beginning to end. So how the
There's
hell
no end, right?
am I going to play Stardew
Yeah.
from beginning to end? There's no end to
That's
it.
like I was saying to Rico, like Sekiro, I was on that journey with him. Like, watching him, wanting him to fucking beat that game, you know? With Stardew, you don't really
Yeah.
have that until you get that platinum trophy, and then
I'm getting
that's-
there.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
slowly
you get
getting
there.
there.
So now I'm playing like I initially I wanted to play stuff that I've never played, but like again, like we're playing Uncharted and I've already played it, but like it's nice to revisit these games
Like Bioshock.
like BioShock.
Yeah.
But like also like to see like the viewers like really engage, like it makes me happy, right? So like that's why I want to continue with the rest of Uncharted, and then I'm sure with BioShock again, another game that most people have already seen, and like a game I already played, I would like to revisit it because it's been quite some time since I played
I've
BioShock
never
1.
watched it play. I played Bioshock Infinity for like maybe an hour and a half when it
Yeah.
was
Really, I loved
on
Infinity.
free.
It was a lot
When
of
it
fun.
was free, I got into the sewer area or something, so it came from like the airship to the sewer area, and then I just stopped playing because it got creepy by the lighthouse. I was like,
Oh,
nope,
okay.
big ol' nope,
Like, too
and
creepy.
I was like, ow, yeah, I was like, ow,
Yeah, it definitely has an atmosphere to it.
yeah. So I, I'm gonna be there.
And I appreciate it. It means a lot. Again, like it's sad, not sad. It's odd to say that you want to play something that the viewers want instead of what you want. But I think it's
a
don't
bit-
think
it's a mix of
that. It's
both.
a bit of both. As
You
I-
gotta
have
have a
a-
bit
I
of both.
struggle with that. I struggle with that constantly because, like for example, like I was saying, like the Danganronpa 2, like I wanted to play it,
yeah.
but I didn't want to play right away. Like, and then
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not naming. There's no names. being thrown
Viewers
around.
want you to play the game that
But
you want to
basically,
play.
I get DMs every now and then. This one kid basically asking me if when am I gonna play it? When am I gonna play it? When I'm like,
Yeah.
I got these games on the docket. Like I'm still playing Star Wars. I'm still doing these other games.
Yeah, you got a lot of games.
But like, so like, I'm like, okay, fine. He's been asking for like almost a month. Like, he's like, the person isn't very bad or anything. And then I play it like a couple weeks, and I'm just like,
why am I doing this?
yeah,
Yeah.
like, I'm not having fun with the game.
You need
like,
to have fun.
Yeah.
I need to be in a certain mindset to play it. That's why some games like drop off. Like, as much as I love the Outer Worlds and everything, it's fun. Like I love the game. Like I play it offline, but like when I was playing it on stream, I was just
People jump on their bandwagons as well. So like
a lot of people like Tarkov right now.
Yeah, Apex Season 4, like last night I played it because Smaller asked me to, but I was kind of like iffy about it. I was like, I don't want to be that guy that goes, because everybody's playing it. Like they've just brought Season 4 out. I don't want to be that guy that goes, well, we're going to play Apex again now. One night out of a month after I haven't played it for like 5 months because I just didn't give a shit about it. You know?
So I mean,
And I get that. Like wanting to play something for other people, but it's like you're not
doing
having
this for you
fun.
too.
Yeah,
and not to
so
mention, like you're not going to get people coming into your stream if you're not having fun.
Because you're not having fun.
Exactly. You give off an aura, and if you're having fun with the game, people will realize you're having fun, and they'll want to. They'll come in and they'll have fun because you're having fun.
And you can't.
If you're not having fun,
with
exactly.
people.
You can't fake that. You
like,
can't fake not having fun.
Having fun. Like,
oh no.
Makes it.
You can't
like
it's
here to
I've
watch.
been faking it this whole time.
People want to watch the game, but people also want to see you, right? So you need to. It's a whole package kind of deal.
This is why I like the as I was going back to, like, this is why I like games like COD, where if you pull off like a fucking clutch moment and you win by like 1 point, like you fucking lose your shit. You're just like,
exactly,
oh my god, like that's
you
it.
Give
like
those authentic, like
it's organic and it's real. Like that tensity is there. That like realness, you know.
Yeah, you need that, like that hype, like that tension. That the tension has to be there, and then after that, when you overcome whatever you're trying to overcome, like you get that feeling, and then you project it to your viewers as well, right?
Exactly.
That's why probably Sekiro is probably the best stream I've ever had.
When you beat that last boss, your reaction was the best thing I've ever seen.
You have so much like passion in there. You just
when you've been fighting, when you've been fighting that same guy for 10 hours, and you watch that same cutscene. We've all been there as gamers and streamers, and you have to listen to them say that same thing in the cutscene, and it's not skippable. Again and again and again. It feels like torture in your mind when you hear it, and you start like, you can feel your hands tense up in your controller every time you hear that cutscene again.
Your knees weak.
You know that boss fight too.
You get them to that last slither of HP, and then they do a fucking new move you've never seen before, and it wipes you.
And then there's health regen, and you're just like...
They have like a third form, you're losing your shit.
So many times.
And this is why I don't play these games.
When you finally beat it.
The motherfucker who's a samurai decides to pull out his piece, and he's fucking shooting a Glock at you.
What?
Honestly, when you finally beat a game like that, it's like having blue balls and ejaculating for the first time in 6 months.
Why would you do that to yourself?
It's so funny you say that. Because, like, when I was playing Final Fantasy 12, I did that stupid 14-hour stream. And I was so tired of going through this goddamn tower.
But you just had to beat the game.
I had to push. It was, like, right there. And, like... I was so scared that I was gonna go through the next level of that tower, and there was gonna be more. And I was like, I swear to God, I need a save point like right now. And I was just like creeping up the stair, like going up, and I just spot the save point, and literally McNath clips me where I'm just like, oh thank God. And I'm just like, that is exactly how it feels. You're just like, I don't want to have to go through this again, like, and again and again.
Yeah.
And you only have like 5 Phoenix Downs and no potions. That's helpful.
Rough.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hop off in a sec. The
Yeah.
camera's gonna turn off because it does that weird thing when I turn off.
Well, it puts the little
I get to
face.
be a
I was
part
gonna
of
say
that
if you
thing?
wanna start your stream up.
We'll end this quick. I just have to answer the question.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say
and
we'll get
the-
Duo's
Oh,
point of view on the
sorry.
question.
So-
We'll raid you, Rico. We'll pass,
sorry.
we'll pass
So
the
basically,
ball
I
to
mean,
you.
like the way I approach it, I mean, like the thing with me, I have a couple of different characteristics, right? Since I'm doing the trophy hunting, I'm not gonna play Divinity 2, like Original Sin or whatever. The plat for that is like 300 hours. Like
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
not
doing
happening.
that. I'm not doing that. So I mean, like
no.
it's like I have to think about what's fun. I'm not gonna pick something that's completely trash. Like I played Goat Simulator, it was free, but it wasn't long. I'm not playing Goat Simulator for 30 hours trying to get a platinum.
You have to
It's
pick
very
something fun that's a reasonable length, so you're not
Exactly.
going to be stuck
Yeah.
on it forever.
Fun, that's a reasonable length. I mean, like Kakarot took 3 hours, Sekiro took about 50. I played Neo for 90 hours. I mean, like anything around 100 hours, it really depends how quickly I can do it and how fun it actually is. Neo was actually
Yeah.
fantastic, only because the community around Neo, like people
Yeah.
that play Neo
Yeah.
and like Neo, just watch Neo. Like some of those people only watched me when I was playing Neo.
I found that
Which
with
is perfectly
Street
fine.
Fighter. I found that with
Yeah,
Street Fighter.
yeah. There's people that just like watching that.
If I
So
stream
it's-
anything else, they don't turn up. There's been like one guy who turns up for everything.
Yeah.
But that's the thing with variety streaming, and that's the thing that people have to be okay with. And that's another. There's two things with variety streaming. There's going to be people only coming in for that game, okay?
And there's going to be people that come for you in every game.
And there's going to be people
That's
that come
it.
for you. But the thing is, I've seen variety streamers that literally switch games every fucking day, and they never go back to the old game. I'm like, what are you doing?
No, you gotta
First
play
off,
it.
the thing you have to finish the game, or at least play it for like a week
This
or two.
is why
Because
I kind of like streaming COD all the time, because
well,
people
that's the
know
thing. You're going to
what's-
get those people.
But then
Yeah.
the
thing is, if you
argument is
variety
that if you
stream-
switch to when a new COD comes out, or
At least you
and
continue doing it.
you got to
still
think
the
if a
same
new
COD
COD comes
people.
out in November, and I don't like that edition of Call of Duty, so I decide to play something else. Those people that primarily watch COD might not be there anymore, and you can be
Call me
back
out.
at stage
Wow.
one.
So basically, what I was saying is, if you play, like, you need to play the same game for a little bit of time in order to, because, like, if the people coming in for just that game and they like you enough to come in watching you play that game, they might like you enough if you play it for a while to come back for other games. They might
Exactly.
not, but they have a better
So-
chance of doing that if you play it for longer.
Yeah.
Battlespace, who came in here earlier, Eric, he's a good friend of ours. I've had this conversation with him before, and I think he said maybe back in, like, can't remember what year he said it was, but he literally one-trick ponied Battlefield 4 in the whole time he started streaming.
Yeah.
He's got over, like, so many followers and so many views. I can't remember the exact numbers without looking.
Yeah.
And he said he was on like 50 to 100 viewers every night. He was touching partner numbers just streaming
Damn.
Battlefield 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got
He's got
2,800.
2,800.
Holy shit.
And the minute
Wow.
he stopped
He
playing,
played something else.
the minute he stopped playing Battlefield because Battlefield died,
Everything's gone.
everything's gone. He's back at square one. He's back to like our numbers, like 10 viewers.
Yeah. But see, that's the
So-
thing. Like,
Wow.
my friend used to say all the time, if you watch Ninja, he was playing Fortnite, he had like 60,000 people watching him. The minute he played something else, he had like 2,000 people.
Gone. Yep, gone. They
Yeah,
don't
Gone,
care.
all
exactly.
gone. But see, that's the thing. If you build a community around you're doing variety streaming, then the people that actually come back when you meet new people playing different games, they'll stick with you.
Yeah.
Because they know what to expect.
Also,
the thing is,
sorry
like,
to
what I'm
interrupt,
doing-
Rico. If you can still hear us, go live, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
put your-
I'm
put
still
your-
on the chat.
He's still here.
Still
Put your,
chat.
put your stream starting soon screen on. I've been telling you to do it for like half an hour.
Yeah, we're almost done. We're almost done. I'm
Yeah,
just
we're
getting through
almost
my
done.
okay.
Go.
But
Alright,
basically,
alright,
it's
alright.
like
Go,
so
go, go.
with the trophy hunting, like if like
I gotta
I'm always
mute
going
you
to be
guys.
playing a different game. Like I try to do it from start to finish, so at least if people come in and they have a chance to like me, they
Sorry.
might come back afterwards. Like a couple of people from Neo do still come by. Like
Yeah.
some guy from
That's-
he's
that's
from
the
the Middle East.
same
His name's
with,
Dante. He comes in every once in a while. Like
That's
it
the
really
same with
depends.
Rico though,
Right.
playing
Yeah, John Garapa and
Sekiro.
stuff
Sorry,
like that.
yeah. Well, the
Sekiro.
thing with
Yeah.
the thing with it is there's an end goal. Like your viewers want to see you hit. So in your case, it's the platinum. For Rico, it's finishing Sekiro.
For sure.
They're on that again. They're two different mediums, but the end goal is to get that trophy or finish Sekiro. And they want to sit there and watch you achieve that thing. So if you're open and honest about what you want to do with that game,
yeah, exactly.
It's like me. I could say right now, I'm never going to play. Well, not never, but I'm not going to play anything but COD. I'm not going to play anything but COD until the new one comes out. And I'm going to try and get the Damascus camouflage, which is to unlock every camouflage for every weapon in every gun in the game.
You have a goal. You have a goal.
And your viewers want to see you achieve that. And when you do, it's going to be... People like being there when you know, because they can say they was there, you know, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But see, that's what I was going back to with the whole trophy hunting thing. If you have a goal, then it doesn't matter who's there. Like honestly, if I have a good stream, if I have a bad stream, it's okay because I'm not playing to just play. I'm working towards a goal regardless of who's there. Mm-hmm. So I mean, like I'm not wasting my time because I'm still doing it. It doesn't matter. So like Fozzie, you're playing Call of Duty. You have a good stream, you have a bad stream. You're still working towards that main goal of getting all those things before the new Call of Duty comes out. It's perfect.
Yeah,
like just keep working towards that and focus on that, and then you will attract the people that you want to attract with that. And I hardly answered the question of how I actually pick my games. A game. Aside from like I try to play new games because new games obviously bring in more views, but at the same time, new games only come out every few months. Or new games that I find interesting. I'm not going to play a new game just because it's new. I'm going to play a new game that I find interesting, and also won't take me 200 hours of platinum. So it really depends. Like I'm like kind of fit into a little thing, and at the same time I'm not. And then at the same time, like the thing is, I try to do the giveaways every 5 platinums. Yeah. So I try to do 2 long platinums. Like I did Kakarot, and then I'm doing Death Stranding. But in between that, I did 3 really small ones. I did Little Acres, I did Ghost Simulator, and I'm gonna do 19.8x, which is like a retro compilation. Yeah, I did Shinsuke before though.
Oh, I've heard about that.
But I tried to do 3 quick ones, 3 quick ones, and two long ones to give it some time to get the 5 within a reasonable amount of time. Like I don't want to have that giveaway every 5 days, but I also don't want to have a giveaway every 5-6 months. I'll do it every 2 or 3 months, depending on how long it takes me to beat the games it takes me to beat. And so like it's hard to decide. It really depends on the game. Like eventually I'm gonna have to go to backlog games, which at the same time, like I want to pick games that have viewers, but at the same time are still fun. So I mean I have Darksiders games, I have some of the Lord of the Rings games, I have a bunch of games in my library that I can play. But it all really comes down to what is good to stream, what doesn't take long to platinum, and also, it all has to fit. There's a bunch of small games, there's a bunch of long games, and it's just, about what I'm going to do.
So Kev said to you, Duo, are the people from the art stream, you cross-stitch that come back for when you stream a game?
Oh, for sure. I mean,
actually,
Trixie,
they have.
Is fucking amazing.
But look at, like, Cohen doesn't come back here.
Cohen, she doesn't. But she comes back every week for the cross stitching, which is fine. It's fine. There's no problem with that.
I feel like
every once in a while she might come back for one of the gaming ones.
The Venn, is it a Venn diagram? Like the whole the intersection. The Venn diagram is like it is kind of minimal. Like I know I'm speaking for you here.
Yeah,
it is minimal, but yes, you will see people who are in all.
Trixie comes back all the time.
Trixie, exactly, and she is like a cross stitcher.
And she's a cross stitcher, but she does like gaming.
It's like me. I have people that come for my podcast. I have people that come for a cooking stream. I have people that come for a game, and they all meet in the middle.
But see, the thing with that is, it's about being consistent. We used to have a friend, Muffin Man. Muffin Man used to do his cooking streams, which were lit as fuck. Okay, his cooking streams, people would come only for the cooking streams, and he used to get pissed off because people always like, "Oh, they're always coming for the cooking stream. They never come for my gaming." I'm like, then do more cooking streams. He's like, well, I can't because I don't have enough money to do more cooking streams.
The thing.
Well, then just enjoy the Monday thing. And maybe eventually they'll come for the gaming thing. But it depends. You can't get pissed off because people enjoy what they like to watch.
Yeah. And it's actually funny you say that because I started watching Duo on Stardew.
Sorry?
And I started watching you on Stardew.
Yeah, exactly.
And I didn't know anything about Neo. That is not a game I would be into at all. And I fell asleep watching you play a few times. But the thing is, I came for you.
Yeah, exactly.
As a person.
And
Because-
that's what you hope for. Not everyone's going to be like
That's
that,
what
but
it
that's
is
why
with
you
variety
play the same
streaming.
game
Such
for
a
a
good
long
thing.
period of time to
Yeah.
be able to attract those people.
That's
Yeah.
why variety
Because, like-
streaming, in my opinion, is the way to go, because you attract the people that are going to be ride or die for you, and not for the game you're playing. I can't talk.
Yeah. Oh, well, you're going to attract both.
No, it's fine.
You're going to
Yeah.
attract both. But I
Yeah,
mean,
You're
you
gonna
have
get
to be
both.
okay with the fact that the people that are just there for the game may not come back.
Yeah.
And that's the real that's
And
the reality.
it's kind of funny though, because I'm still, new to the whole thing, obviously.
We can
But
hear you, Rico.
playing-
I didn't hear him before.
Yo.
Talk,
Oh, you
Rico.
can't hear me at all?
Oh, we can.
Yeah,
we
we
can
can
hear
hear you.
Okay. I just was wondering.
Did you want to interject something?
Wait, I forgot my train of
Kev,
thought.
well, one sec. Kev, if you have a big backlog, message me. I'll try and help you out, man.
I mean, Simon
but
said
Rico,
his
that's all I wanted to say.
aim is
Rico,
to
go.
complete
Oh.
his backlog.
But yeah, like it's kind of a balance that we have to find when we're trying to play games and trying to keep people entertained as well while we're playing it. There's some games like where you're playing and then it's just like you kind of get bored. Like for example, I try not to play RPG games. Tokyo Mirage is a exception on that because anime boobs. But
comes back to anime.
Yo, man,
But
that's
yeah,
the best
like-
part.
recently I've just
Those
been
dresses.
like it's just been like grinding. I'm just like I just want this to end. Like
That's
just
how I
go.
started feeling with the Batman games, like I said earlier. And I got to a point I was like, I'm not playing a fucking game that makes me feel like I'm just slogging through it at this point. So I just never played them again.
Yeah, so like I mean I'll still play Tokyo. Like it's fun when I'm not grinding, when I don't have to grind, when I
Yeah.
don't have to realize that I have to grind.
Yeah.
That's when the game is still fun. But like once it goes it turns on its Japaneseness, it's like, oh, you have to. Okay, sorry, that's
Yeah, that's a little.
that's offensive. Sorry.
Yeah, take a step back on that one, Rico.
Yeah, so like you have to do this because your honor.
Exactly.
But yeah, like it's just it's better to just like play something. Like I find it's better like to play something that you enjoy. Like that's why I keep the stream as a variety. I don't try to stick with one. Like
Yeah.
I want a main game that I'll like playing all the time, but there are certain days where just like I don't really like doing. Like right now, Subnautica is probably the closest that I've gone to liking something that I'll just play because I want to chill. And I've wanted Jurassic Park or Jurassic World to be that game too.
Yeah.
Both
But I know
Fozzie and Rico and Duo
Yeah, they need to meet in the
They gotta pee
bathroom.
together.
yeah.
They have to pee together.
It's the same. It's the same house.
Yeah,
It's,
you
same
don't
bathroom.
want to get
Dutch
lost.
rudder. They got a Dutch rudder.
Duo went upstairs. He texted Fozzie. He's like, "Meet upstairs."
Meet me over there.
Come upstairs. Meet me
Remember what Leah said.
Yeah.
Well, see, I have the thing with because I'm just starting off. I don't really know what I'm doing essentially, but you get to kind of see the people that come to hang out for you, and it's kind of nice because it's like, hey, welcome back. Like that's like for me, that's pretty awesome because I'm like, hey, how's it going? How's your
Definitely.
day? And you
Yeah,
get to
definitely.
learn.
Just
You
keep
know,
it up with people. It's like you're chilling.
Exactly.
Like you're just chilling with people.
It's like you hosted a party and people are
Yeah.
chilling. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like hanging. Like that's how I feel. Like when Duo goes live, it kind of feels like I'm back with BigSteak and a bunch of my other friends
Exactly.
in his basement, just chilling. And then we're gonna go order some pizza.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Duo gets in a random argument about nothing,
But
Who am I yelling
and
at?
then it just becomes
Everything.
a shouting competition.
Italian shouting match.
That's just an
I
Italian
just came in.
shouting.
I came in halfway here. Why am I getting jabbed at?
Where we're talking shit.
We're just
Duo.
appreciating you very much. Basically, like okay, but
we're talking about the good old days.
Like, I
Yeah.
hang out with you guys, like, I've only met you guys twice. Rico once. Fozzie, not yet, but you are on my list, sir.
Yeah, we're gonna go to London. No,
yeah.
not London. Sorry, Scarborough.
Scarborough.
How are you
you
gonna
know,
talk to
like-
me like this, bro?
But
Tell them
hanging
where I
out
live.
in streams where you guys are there too,
Scarborough, Ontario.
it's like I'm
Yeah.
there with you guys, you know? Like, I went over somebody's house and you just happen to hang out there too.
Yeah,
You know, like that
That's
that
how it
makes me
feels.
feel
and that's
a
the best.
lot closer
I
to
think
you
that's
guys.
the best feeling I have for streaming.
Yeah.
Like
I
just
think
chilling. Like
and
you know,
I've never had that feeling other than with Twitch. And I've been on many social platforms. And I think Twitch has only been the one where I've hung out with you guys in real life, and every day still feels like we're hanging out. You know, we're catching up. We're doing
Yeah.
this, and it
we're just
doesn't
chilling.
feel
It's
like we're so far away because we're
That's
just
another
because
reason
you've
why-
surrounded
and
yourself.
I don't get that. I don't get that opportunity anymore.
That's because though. Sorry, Rico. You've networked with people that are exactly the same in real life as they are on stream. If you went, I won't say any names, but there's some people that I feel like
Have
in our
personas.
community, if you went and met them in real life, they'd be a completely different person.
Yeah.
And
And you wouldn't
that's
feel
the
that
thing
way
too.
with them. I'm not going to. I do have people that instantly come
Come
to
up
my
in
mind.
your head?
Yeah, but I'm not going to say.
But the thing is, like, for me, I'm the
It's
kind
Mia.
of person that I want to surround myself with people who are genuine who, like, online and in real life. Like, going to visit these boys, they're exactly the same. Like,
Yeah.
IRL.
Well, see,
and-
Except I'm a
that's-
little more rude
a
to
little more rude.
tourists.
yeah.
These guys don't know how to eat fucking
I'm-
pizza. I'm
Oh
gonna
my
kick their
God.
ass.
Big Steak
Yeah,
looks
I
a
was
little
like-
darker than that in real life. We had to turn
Exactly,
the camera light up.
Yeah.
I'm very dark.
And it's funny because Duo was like, I'm running if they come to fight you. And Jen also was like, I'm going with Duo. And I was like,
Long-
guess I'm
the
here to
thing
fight
is,
with
the
you,
thing
bro.
is, I would have been there with Big Steak. I would have.
yeah,
Long
me
as
too.
it helps
Rico.
us.
I was
I would have helped them
I'm,
fight. I
I'm
would
that
have
guy. I'm that guy.
We would
I'm
have
that guy,
finished
Big
the
Stick.
fight.
Yeah, I
I
will
was
finish
like, I'm
the
ready.
fight.
Let's go.
Let's go. Plamondon, represent.
Yeah. But
Just
like,
long story short, I was a little too drunk. Leah was there.
I'm feeling
My
that
girlfriend-
right now. It may
Hold
only
on,
look
just-
like I'm 3 beers deep, but they're big bottles.
Those
I'm
they're
are
like,
bombers.
big. Yeah.
yeah,
Those are bombers. You're like 6
Are
beers
those
deep.
San Miguel's?
yeah, they
Yeah,
are.
they
Yeah, 660
Hey,
milliliters.
San
Yeah.
Miguel.
I was
freaking,
like, yo, I recognize that. I
I
recognize
freaking saw that the first bottle he got.
Yo,
Oh,
that,
holy shit.
that Filipino export.
I was
It's
like,
like-
he's more Filipino than me right now.
So
Yeah.
Kev, for your question, the way I would do that, basically, I'm gonna be playing Death Stranding. So getting that plat is gonna be fucking long. Okay? And some of it is it's FedEx simulator, so some of it's gonna be boring.
Mhm.
Basically, the way I approach my streams is people do just chatting. I find that fucking useless. I avoid just chatting streams. I fucking just chat when I play fucking video games.
Yeah.
That's all I do. The entire
Yeah, exactly.
fucking time I'm just chatting
The
as I
game's
play
just
the
like
game.
I put
background
just
noise,
chat.
essentially.
Kev,
Kev,
watch
have you
It's just
ever
about, like,
gone into
making dumb
Duo's
jokes the
stream
whole
and
time.
just said hello? Just the word hello. Because Duo is going to ask you, hey, Kev, how are you doing? How's your day been? What are you
Yeah.
up to today? What games have you been playing? Have you been reading anything lately? What's your blood type? Have you peed today? Did you drink enough water? Did you eat? Did you
Don't
eat like
forget,
5 times?
don't
though?
forget. Oh shit! I have to go pee.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he
Yeah.
goes, oh, actually,
gonna go
hang on
run
a
to the
second. I gotta
bathroom.
go pee right now. While you
Listen,
answer
he
all
always has to
27 of
run.
my
But I mean,
questions.
like that's how I approach like grindy games. I mean, like all I do is fucking chat.
Yeah.
Like if like you have to approach your stream as if like the most
Like
of
you're
the
hanging
most
out.
of the like you're
Yeah.
hanging out. I mean, if I had a
That's
bunch
what
of
it is
people
in
on
the
my
end.
couch, I don't want to have people on my couch being bored. So I'm going to talk to them
Yeah.
about whatever. It doesn't matter what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's about the game. I critique the shit out of the fucking games I play.
You have
Oh
to
my
Because
God,
sometimes
I
if no one's
just tripped
talking, I have to
mine.
fucking talk.
you have to remember that, like, as a streamer, you're here to entertain people, right? They're not there to entertain you or talk to you. I mean, they are there to talk to you, but for like generally speaking, you're here to entertain people. They're here watching
Yeah.
you. So
The bottom line is you're doing this like people are there to watch you most of the time, unless you're like playing like a huge game.
Yeah.
But the people that come
Yeah.
there, let's talk this in business terms, guys. The concurrent viewers that come to your streams, concurrent viewers, that rings really well
I'm
in your ears,
turned on
right?
by the word concurrent.
Yeah. So the viewers
Too
that come
many
down,
R's. Roll your
dudes-
R, Rico.
Yeah, concurrent.
You
Concurrent.
gotta roll those R's.
Concurrent.
Viewers.
Viewer. Okay, sorry.
I was hard until you rolled the
Very
So
off
the
topic.
people that come and hang out on your stream, they come to hang out, to fucking just chill, to kick it,
Yeah.
you know? And
Yeah,
then like
exactly.
you can't kick it.
Like,
you can't kick
they're-
it. You can't have the cat come in here.
You're somebody's TV.
Yes.
Like, that's what it is.
It is.
It's
That's
like-
exactly it. Yeah.
It's like a one-way Skype call.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen a TV show in England called Gogglebox. I don't know why anyone watches this
Never.
fucking shit. But
No.
it's like people watch other people watching TV. And
What?
that's essentially what Twitch is. You're watching
Someone-
somebody
yeah.
else.
Someone
I mean, like that's
playing video games.
Yep.
But to me, they're still, like, even though the concept's the same, they're two different things.
yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I'm never
it-
going to play
it
a
is.
Dragon Ball Kakarot, but I can watch
Yeah.
someone else play it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
definitely. That's how
But you-
that's how I watched Kingdom Hearts. Like
Yeah.
I'm watching Duo, I'm trashing the game. I'm just like, how
Oh
the
my
fuck
god,
do
he
you
was
play
making
this
fun of it
game?
so hard.
He
Yeah,
would never play it
but
himself.
I was
Although
like, I
he
had
loved the Winnie the
so
Pooh
much
stuff.
fun. Yes.
The Winnie the
Okay, guys,
Pooh
I have
stuff
a
is always
weakness for
repeated
Winnie the
once.
Pooh. I grew up
I
on
love
Winnie
the
the
Winnie
Pooh.
the Pooh stuff. They're
Like
really
I'm gonna
good.
be very honest.
I grew up on
like,
Pooh.
Yeah, I grew up on Pooh. It was like Pooh everywhere.
I
Pooh
mean,
on my
technically,
walls. Pooh on my
Dear
bed.
Holy shit, we've been going 2 hours and 35 minutes. Rico's only 2
Yeah.
hours late for his stream, it's fine.
yeah, he's fine. He's
Holy
fine. He's only like
fuck.
a little bit.
Oh,
It's
man.
only been 17 minutes on my start screen. It's okay. Thank you, DNA, for being.
All right, let's
All right,
let him
so
go.
let's end this and raid Rico.
Yeah, we'll
I'm
raid
gonna say
Rico.
that this was super fun.
RicoCooster.
If
Rico,
this was
start
on
your
a
stream
weekend-
up, right? And you have to act really surprised.
If
have
this
to
was
be
on
so
funny.
a weekend, I
Thank you
could
guys so
like
much.
come in sooner. Honestly,
Well, I
like,
tried to
another-
make it
one
a
last thing-
Sunday thing, but
One last thing I wanted to say to Fozzie, exactly. Like if you're gonna do like the FozCast needs to be on like the same day every week so people can tune in, right?
I've been
I
doing
obviously-
it
it's
Sundays.
It's a very hard logistical thing to get. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously with the three of us,
Yeah.
it's even harder than just
Yeah.
getting one person. But I mean, sometimes maybe even just do that, right? Try and book people way in advance and be like, I'm doing this on Sunday. When are you free
Yeah.
on a Sunday? And then try and fill
Yeah.
people in for every week
Yeah.
instead of being
So-
like, oh, I want to do you this week. Because if you're
I
like,
want to do you, man.
exactly, yeah,
I
I
wanna
want.
do
I
you
was gonna
every
say,
week.
oh,
Fozzie,
Every week I want to do you.
Because if
keep
you're
me
like,
on deck for tips, okay? If you
Yeah.
need any.
because if you're like, I want to do this
What kind of
specific person
tips?
just this week, then you
Just
have to
the
cater
tips.
to their schedule. But if you're like,
Yeah.
I'm doing this on Sunday, when are you free on a Sunday to do this with me? And then they'll
So
be like, I can do it
basically-
this week. And then
Yeah, so
they
basically
fit
what
to
you're
your
saying is
schedule and not the other way around.
Yeah.
Book
yeah,
people,
basically-
Book people.
essentially, every Sunday.
Yeah.
Book
I
somebody
just wanna
and
say I'm
Or-
down
have-
for-
or
for
every Thursday.
Replay
Every
of this.
Thursday.
We
It's
can,
Thursday. Come on, guys.
Yeah, I'm
We
gonna
can do this
download the
again.
VOD for this because
like, I'm definitely down to do this again. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of
I
fun.
had a
Um,
lot of fun.
I'm an
Maybe
idiot
once-
that didn't
once
press
every
start
2 months or
recording
something.
like I did with the one with Smaller, so I'm gonna have to download the whole fucking VOD now, which means I'm gonna be awake about another 3 hours to get this
You
onto
don't have to
Hell
do
YouTube.
it
yeah.
live.
You don't have to do it right away, bro.
I do. It will eat at me if I
Oh.
don't. I'm fucking.
Oh, no.
I've got OCD like that. I'm on pills for that shit, and it still gets through to me. So
If
I'm
you
gonna
need
have to
help
fucking.
with editing or anything, hit me up, bro. I can help you out. Yeah, just
Rico,
let me know.
Rico needs work. Rico needs
I
work.
need to do something. I'm just twiddling my thumbs at home. My
Jacking
Is
cat
that
off.
all
is
you're
getting tired
twiddling?
of me.
The fuck was that?
Rico-
Is that all you're twiddling?
My thumbs. Yeah, they're
Yeah, just
the size
his
of a
thumb.
thumb.
God.
Just his thumb.
Just
Right,
my
I'm gonna
thumb.
wrap this up.
Just the tip?
Uh,
Just his thumb.
do
Okay,
it.
okay, let's raid Rico.
Thank you for being on it again. after the Secret
Always
Santa.
a pleasure, never a chore.
Rico, thank you, my dude. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
I'm gonna butcher your name again, Liar. I want to call you Liar.
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 She's
You
not
know what?
Liar.
I will let you call me Liar. The
LialenDia.
only
Leah?
person who can call me Liar.
LialenDia.
LialenDia.
It's
Leah?
Leah.
I
Even
called her
Jazz is
Leah at the
correcting you in
beginning.
the chat.
I said
No,
Leah at the
you-
beginning.
No,
No,
you
you
said
didn't.
something
Not
else.
the very
You said
beginning.
Lia. Come on.
The
You said
But
second
you said
one.
like Leanda.
Second time, yes.
Don't lie. Don't be a liar.
Be a liar.
Right, I'm gonna raid anyways, and then I'm gonna work on putting this on YouTube. We're gonna raid Rico.
Amazing. Thank you for having us, Fozzie. It
If
was
you're
a
new
great
here
time.
and you don't know Rico, go check him out. He's been on the
Oh.
It sounds like he's
podcast.
getting like
you
saying
go
fuck
drop
yeah,
him
he's
a
getting
follow.
censored.
Go
Follow
drop
him.
this man a follow. If you're a sub, smash this emote. Just copy and paste.
Smash it.
Paste. I can't talk. It's too many San Miguel's.
Do
Holy
that.
shit. Paste that emote if you've got it as a
That's
sub.
Filipino in you.
Right.
You got too much Filipino inside you.
We're going over there.
Hey.
Thank you all for being here.
Hey.
I shall see you for the cooking stream. I
Thanks,
scheduled
Fozzie.
it for tomorrow.
Thank you
but
so much for this.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We'll have to do it again
This was
Thank you
sometime.
guys for
We're gonna
hanging.
do it again. Hell yeah,
Do it
we're doing
again.
it again.
Yes.
Have a good one, Fozzie.
See you later,
See you
guys.
later.
Have a
See you
good
later,
one.
chat.
Bye,
Thanks for joining
Love
us.
you guys. I love you guys.
Now Rico has to act all shocked.
I know, right? Oh my god.
We can hear it. We can. Oh no, we can be heard in his chat.
Now we can't.
Yeah.
What is up, everyone?
I hear him.
Yeah, because it's in our ears also.
Yeah.
Welcome in, everyone. I don't know if you know me, but my name is RicoCooster.
All the echoes.
You know
We
me.
can
I'm
hear it.
shocked.
Holy fuck.
Shocked, I say.
All the echoes.
I'm also
Well, that was a lot of fun,
gassy because